island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Man, I can't trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches want a selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock. Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys who walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you here in static, I'ma leave you here in static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. Like grandma stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game, like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're sword on. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie bussin'. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me a deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Diol on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slip with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking off shots, until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said, just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes, until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the bean. Wax on, then wax off, to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Worked up flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rents do. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note. Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Manchester City podcast, where we discuss all things in regards to both Manchester clubs. For Manchester City, Erling Haaland just keeps scoring. He just keeps on scoring goal after goal after goal, game after game after game after game. Can anyone stop him? Is he the guy to take Manchester City to success in the Premier League as well as the Champions League as well? With City taking on Dortmund tomorrow, or technically today, if you're in the UK time zone. In regards to Manchester United, can they bounce back versus Spurs? Early kickoff on Saturday after their running win was stopped at Nottingham Forest with the 2-2 draw. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related as well, people. Please make sure you do both of those things. But before I continue, make sure you run up the likes. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Share this out across all the socials. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. At Sarcasm City TV. Yes, it's flawless. Twitter, Instagram, wherever else, all socials, you're active on, share out. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up, I think that's gaming. I could be wrong because they've changed it. Big up Canal as well. Says big up, welcome to Tuesday GLE hype. Says tunes have become part of my playlist. Love that. Jody featuring Jay North. Island Girl is the first tune. That's out on YouTube, as I've dropped the link in the chat. That's on all streaming platforms. And the other one is my bro Scorps. Obviously, take note. And that's just a freestyle unreleased. So I was like, yeah, this is cold. But as much as I need you lot to subscribe here and do all those things I mentioned, make sure you subscribe to my co-host of this show as well. His link is in the title his link's in the title, Veta Games TV. And Veta Games is in the building. Yes, Veta, what are you saying, man? You good?
Yo! Wow. It's already Tuesday. I mean, for some of y'all, it's already, you guys are in the future. It's Wednesday.
Yes. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm good, flawless. It's been nice. Football life, family life, all's good. All's good. Flawless told you at the beginning. Price for admission, hit the like button. If you're stumbling upon this channel, the Lord has blessed you. So subscribe. You're about to enjoy some interesting, unique. You're going to get some complete thoughts when it comes to football, of course, Manchester related. But when you see my man Flawless, and you're not seeing me right now, but when you see me, Vader, last name Games, we get interrupted, we get stepped on, we get interrupted all the time because our points don't want to be heard. It is Tuesday. I look forward to this show every time. And if you haven't, make your way over to YouTube, subscribe, because you got to catch these intros. These intros aren't, I take time with these.
Yes.
And now, with no further ado, you know what we got to do.
Vader Games.
Flawless, my guy, what you saying, man? What you saying?
Blessings, Vader, man. Always good chopping up with you. And I'm blessed because we actually get to chop up on Monday on A-Lister. Shout out to Hassam, everyone over there. And then we get to, chop it up here as well. So it's always good, man. It's always... Sorry, you just cracked me up, yo. Know why I'm laughing? Because everything that you was doing on A-listers has just come back to me from yesterday. That's why with Surfer there as well. And Surfer's very much like me. He's very much like you. He clocks everything. Like he's patterned on. He spots everything, man. So that's why I'm laughing so much. Yeah. That's why I'm laughing so much. But yeah, you lot on a roll. And you quote tweeted the tweet I put out. Well, the one on Sarcasm City TV saying Manchester back to normality, you said, or back to usual business, was it?
Back to normal, you know what I'm saying?
Back to normal. Okay, so what did you mean by that? Was that Haaland scoring, winning a game 3-1? What was that from?
All of the above. All of the above. I had to not only point out, blessed to each and every one of you.
Big up to everyone in the chat, see you lot, Sam, and over there, the other Sam and Prince as well. Big up everyone in the chat. Go on, fam, carry on.
Now, back to normal. First, I was speaking of my club, and then a little bit of a jab. I had to speak about your club. Things are kind of normal now. Things are normal in terms of that loss versus Aston Villa. I know we had the conversation. I was saying, you know what? Oddly enough, it was normal for me too. For whatever damn reason, Pep, Unai Emery, Aston Villa, games don't go smoothly. Always something. So it's kind of normal. Also, me talking to my Manchester City fan base being like, calm the heck down, guys. This tinkering, this tweaking, he does this. Let's chill. Oh, it's going to cost you the 3 points later. If it does, it does. But that tinkering might also give us, which no one wants to look at, maybe an additional 3 points because the mistakes or the errors that are figured out are prevented for the next game. So it all balances out. One might argue, maybe if I was one of a fan base that happened to wear red, whether it would be Liverpool or Arsenal, maybe I'd complain more and everybody would realize technically that loss versus, the drop points versus Aston Villa should have actually been a clean sheet because of what happened to my man Donnarumma. But I'm going to leave that alone. Back to normal. We're on the winning ways. My man did his thing. He moved like a robot, had the arm going through. If you haven't clocked it, these players, obviously, we should know, they're on social media. We know they're on it. Whether someone's managing their accounts and they're doing the posts, some of these players are a little too polished with what they put out there. We know they hear everything. We know. I know Pep hears me. He's, for whatever reason, he's reluctant to message me back when I'm telling him, Pep, I know how to unlock this attack. I know how to unlock it. All these low blocks, mid blocks, I see it all the time. I see the pattern. I'm like Neo in the Matrix. I see the numbers. I can show you, Pep. When I get over there, we'll sit down. We'll meet up at the dinner. We'll talk. But Haaland sees everything on social media. Him doing his little robot was actually, everyone says he's a robot. He's a cyborg. Yeah,
he is.
He's a machine.
Now, Madrid, Barca, you got one job, man. You got one job. Sorry, go.
No. You're not going to say Madrid, Barca, you got one job, and then tell me to go on. What do you mean go on?
Oh, you know what I mean by that? When I say like that, come by him is what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. You got one job.
Wow.
When I say that.
Wow.
I've been saying this. This ain't new. I've been saying, hey,
you don't want what's best for the Prem. You don't want
that. No, we've had this discussion. No, I couldn't get. You see, this is the difference between me and you. You care what's best for the Premier League. I don't. I care what's best for Manchester United. That's what I care about. And what's best for Manchester United is Manchester City losing great players. So therefore, Madrid and Barcelona do what needs to be done. I am Manchester United first. I am my needs first.
Real Madrid already slutted themselves out to try to get Haaland. He's not going there. He said,
I'm not saying whether he is or he isn't. I'm just telling them they've got one job. I'm not saying they will. This is me just hoping. I'm in the hope camp.
How attractive is Real Madrid looking right now? I just watched the game. I just watched the game today.
Yeah, they was poor today.
Yuck. Yeah, absolutely. Trent. Damn, Trent. Damn. When UEFA. Damn, Trent. When UEFA set the whole thing up, you know, the fake push the button, the fixtures just get set up, right? When you talk about one job, Trent telling his fellow Scousers it means more. I gotta leave. Him doing all of that. Him saying, Van Dijk, I'm leaving before you get washed up. Salah, I know you play for a contract. I'm leaving before things crash down. He was supposed to come back with Mbappe, Vinicius, Tchouameni, Camavinga. He was supposed to slap these guys up. He was supposed to be. Oh my gosh! And in this form that Liverpool had. Listen, I love the Yardman show. I absolutely do, because funny enough, Lex, my guy, but his predictions pre games. His predictions pre-game. I always do the opposite. If Lex tells me it's gonna rain, I'm wearing like it's gonna be sunny. If Lex tells me that Liverpool are gonna get demolished, I'm like, oh damn it, they're winning. Damn it. This man told me that you guys were gonna be in terrible form previous games. Huh? You guys get a result. This man tells me Liverpool are gonna be in terrible form. Look at what they do. I'm treating Lex like Bizarro. Bizarro's, that's the opposite of Superman, right? There was Superman and then there was the opposite of Superman.
I am a Superman fan like that, so you'll know more than me.
I think it's Bizarro. I'm treating Lex's predictions are like Bizarro.
yeah, Superman's never been like superhero wise. I just nah.
Yeah, you don't like goody two shoes. You don't like people that are good. You don't like that. You like a little darkness. I can tell by your environment. You like a little bit of darkness. Right? You're like Bane.
Nah, I just like a little bit more personality. Man's dry. That's what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
A man of dry personality. That's why none of them are in your top 5 superheroes.
Batman's dry.
He's dry personality wise, yes.
But Bruce Wayne, you rate Bruce Wayne.
He's a billionaire. What's there not to rate?
No, but he's a playboy too. He's out there with the ladies during the day.
Even that, man. Yeah, and even the way he does that, he's no what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? I was saying, no. Do you see how Iron Man is, like personality wise, like in that sense? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right,
he's
cool,
just dry,
cool.
man. Like personality wise, has Batman ever cracked a joke? Oh, he's ever cracked a joke?
Nah.
Has Superman ever cracked a joke?
Nah, probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
But probably they're probably like accidentally funny. Like they do things.
I've never seen that. I was saying I've never seen whether it's the cartoon or whether it's an actual film, and they've said something, and I'm like, yo, that's funny, man. Just prim and proper, and just serious all the time.
I hear it. Now,
shout out Dio as well, man. Big up every single time, man. Every single time, big up. You lot, make sure you subscribe to the Gunner Edge, please. Subscribe to the Gunner 100%. Edge right now. Make sure you do. And shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you lot sells also. Yeah, man. Like our banter's hilarious. I need that. You feel me? For my superheroes. What's going on?
I'm just saying. Superman, the opposite. When Lex is. You know when Lex is in his feelings and like everything's a disaster, you can't quite take his football takes. His football takes are a little too emotional, and I don't fault him for it. I get it, and we'll talk about Liverpool a little later in the show.
All right.
Things being back to normal when it comes down to Manchester City, flawless.
Yeah,
you shouldn't want Haaland out of the Prem. You should want Haaland in here in the Prem so you could see this beautiful goal scorer. He's not the best on the eye, right? He's not the best.
This guy, yeah.
But his proficiency.
As long as he's not one of the ups, I'm cool. If it's not City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Leeds, who am I missing? Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Leeds. If it's not one of those four, calm. If he was here and he was at like a Villa, cool. Not really an issue. He's at Spurs.
He's
cool.
too important. He's too important to be at Villa. Listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's let him go to Madrid, Barca, Bayern Munich, anywhere, man.
Okay, he'll go there after he accumulates all these records. And mind you, the records aren't even on his mind. He got interviewed going into the Champions League. Yeah. And I'm going to do a reaction to the interview because I saw a few quotes. But tomorrow I'm going to take some time. I'm probably going to, my next 115, one question, 50 minutes, I'm going to talk about why Haaland's mentality, we need more of that. The man's humble. When the man is humble, it's not just a gimmick. He's got a YouTube channel right now. You see what's happening behind the scenes. The man is humble. I mistake him for Canadian. But what he happens to do on his show, what he happens to talk about in this press conference is, I want these records because I want to be my best, but it's not something that I set up as goals. The records will happen with him just doing what he's got to do. And the reporters kept asking him, the journalists kept kind of positioning. He's like, no, I don't even think about it. The Alan Shearer record, like he's aware of it, obviously, but he doesn't think about it game to game. It's one game at a time. The goal scoring streak that he was on, I believe it was 11 games before it got interrupted with Aston Villa. And in all fairness, actually, he should have had a goal in that game, but he didn't. This man's nice.
Agreed, Canal. Both Haaland and Vieira are very humble men. Thanks.
Bless. Haaland, his goal scoring, let's not take it for granted. Like, he's doing things that he was being questioned about. Haaland is humble. And this isn't A-lister, so I'm not going to let Dio interrupt me. I'm going to stay within my flow with this.
Yeah, man, do your thing.
Haaland with the goal scoring, he's making it look easy, but it's not. The physicality is not easy. And I don't want to hear, and I've been doing the same type of defense when it comes down to players that are quick or fast. It's not just God-given. Yeah, there's a glimpse of it early, But for you to keep it, for you to maintain, that's why I found it so disrespectful for all the ops. I know you were one of them, but all the ops that said, Kyle Walker, pace. That's why he's so nice. I can't put him amongst one of the greats because it's his pace thing. Stop it. You don't maintain your pace well into your 30s just by God-given. You work, it's a skill.
You work, you do.
It's an ability you got to keep and maintain, right? Yeah. So Haaland's physicality, it's not just God-given. We know enough people that are 6'5" and are wires, are sticks. So the man he's in the weight room, he's putting in the work, right? The fact that he got criticized for not being a good header, his aerial game, something Flawless doesn't do. I don't do too much of it because
you definitely not too much. Definitely don't.
I used to.
No marks on this man's face whatsoever.
That's not true. But the point is,
blemishes over this guy.
No, it's just a cat.
Oh, it's just a good lion in the cat.
Yeah, it's just a lion. Sure. You know what I mean? So, but when it comes down to the header, he was criticized for it. He's not as good as he should be, being a man that's 6'5". He talked about it. He works on it. And we've seen some goals that in the past it's like that should have been a goal, Haaland.
I give him credit for that. He's improved, and that's where I'm critical of other players when people say, "Oh, players can't get better." I've watched Haaland get better. He's not his build, like for instance, his hold-up play isn't. He's not Drogba, but he's better now than he was last year. He was way better at holding up the ball when he first got there 2 years ago, etc. So you can improve on these things. If you go to so let's say any attribute from average to above average, that could be the difference in your team winning or losing certain games, for instance. And that's Haaland, like you mentioned that heavily. And so that's why I don't hear it when people talk about players not getting better. Word to my guy JV who said this, when you are a footballer, you work at a gym. There's no reason for you to be out of shape. There's no reason why your physical attributes shouldn't be getting better.
Exactly.
People say you can get a sprint coach and get quicker, even if it's half a yard. Even if it's half a yard. That's what it is.
No.
And shout out to Judge Mo for the raid as well. Every time they got Judge Mo for the raid. You lot run up the likes. Everyone joining over from the raid, please make sure you run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Vader's channel. The link's in the title as well. But yeah, go on, Vader. Carry on. So you're talking about back to normal and
back to normal. Haaland on the score sheet. Haaland doing his thing. If the man has a chance to be at Manchester City for a decade, I would love it. And Haaland not only we know he had his choice of going anywhere. He could have went over to United. Smart that he didn't. He could have gone over to Liverpool.
Your boy Ollie would have ruined him still. Well, go on as you were.
Exactly. Although I think Ollie wanted him there even before Ollie got there. But yeah, you're right. I think when you look at where Haaland could have gone. And I love this. I love in hindsight with regards to player movements, because time will tell with regards to that conversation. Players have chosen not to go to City, right? Imagine all the players, Flawless. Imagine all the players that are kicking themselves, that are like, what my career could have been when they were deciding whether to go to City or go somewhere else with Pep arriving here. I mean, it's one of those. So there's been some highly documented players recently. Jude Bellingham's one of them, right?
I don't think Jude Bellingham regrets it, but I think most probably will.
No.
Depends who you win.
Exactly.
Who you not in for Jude? For real. I thought it was Liverpool.
He's on the short list. Of course we pursued it, right?
Oh,
it's one of those where, and again,
he's not a pet player whatsoever, but we move.
We got to stop saying that. Flawless. Let's stop saying that.
He's
Let's
not,
stop saying he's not a. It is
but
a shot. It is no. Flawless. No. It is.
How's that a shot?
It is because Pep.
That doesn't mean Pep. No, again, you're mistaken.
No. I'm gonna stop you because I know you're already wrong. So you don't want. I don't want you to finish it because I know it. No, you're wrong. Stop.
Like saying,
I know you're wrong. No,
just
stop.
because I say that not a pet player doesn't mean
no. Flawless.
No, this guy.
No. Flawless. Stop.
What? Like that's not a shot. How is that a criticism? Explain to me how that's a criticism.
Because what may be seen as not a pet player, Haaland was said not to be a pet player.
Yeah,
Donnarumma.
Agreed. That does, but again, this is where you being too sensitive. That doesn't mean that Pep can't be successful with these players.
That means that there's no such thing as a Pep player because Pep will take
you're mistaken it. Just because it's not a Pep player doesn't mean Pep can't be super successful with said players.
But that the way you phrase
that just means.
So what's a better? No, you're making it seem like there's a better option.
No, I'm not making there's a better option. I'm just saying in regards to Bellingham is not a Pep player. When you look at the midfielders and the way Pep wants to play, that doesn't fit. Bellingham doesn't fit that as well as others. Bellingham don't fit that, for example, as well as a Cherki. That doesn't mean that if you didn't have Cherki and had Bellingham, you wouldn't have the success that you've had. Is the point that I'm making. Same way with Haaland, like that's not a shot. Is he a Pep-like striker? No. Does that mean Pep can't utilize him and get the most out of him? Of course not. That's silly. But he's not a Pep player. That's like saying like Moyes, the certain players who are Moyes players, that doesn't mean Grealish.
Now you're being disrespectful. How
am I being disrespectful?
I don't want you to put Moyes. No, I don't want you to put Moyes and him having his type of players. And then
Simeone.
No, you keep giving these bad answers. The reason why I had to stop you is because when they say that there are Pep type players, I need to stop this. Eddie, what's
Eddie said, shout out El Jefe and the cone apostle Vader got Cherki out of solitary cone confinement, and we saw the wonders Pep has been watching the pod. Hey, you were right. You were talking about this, but yeah.
Don't tell Eddie he was right. Another wrong answer. No. You got wrong answers all night, Eddie. Listen,
you said Pep's been watching the pod, so how come when you say it's okay, but when Eddie says it's a problem?
He's been watching the pod, yes, but our pod didn't influence him on how he's dealing with Cherki.
Yes, because he spoke about. I remember when Pep spoke about Pep Guardiola, so clearly he has been watching it. I remember when he mentioned that.
He always had a plan for Cherki. He needed a man to get healthy.
It is, but yeah, I don't know why that's a shot. It's like when who was it? I'm trying to think of other scenarios. Like that's not a shot saying Pep has a certain type of player. Pep players are technically more sound than a Haaland. That's not a shot. They're technically more gifted. They're Messi's, they're Xavi's, they're Iniesta's.
From a striker standpoint.
Yeah, same way KDB ain't, but he was super successful with him.
KDB's not a Pep player.
No, he's not a Pep type player. Don't mean he's not successful with him, but he's not a Pep type player. No, he's not.
Okay, we got to move on because this is crazy.
He's not.
This is crazy.
Absolutely.
The best midfielder. The best midfield. No, I'm not missing it. I'm not missing it.
The level of success you have with him doesn't.
No, it's not about the success. It's his ability. KDB's vision. KDB's vision. KDB's striking. KDB's tempo to the game.
Name me a midfielder that's KDB like that he signed.
No, but that's just the point. Just because we haven't seen it, Flawless. This is why I'm saying. No. Has there been a midfielder like KDB?
You can get a profile type like him.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making.
No, but my point is
pace and power.
But this is what I'm saying. Flawless. Just because I only see you with snow buddies doesn't mean that when you catch your island girl that things won't work out. Right? What? Just because we haven't seen the profile, the quote unquote a Pep player, this is why I'm stopping you.
But I don't know why why do you take this as a shot? I don't understand that.
Because just because we haven't seen Pep with a Haaland doesn't mean Haaland isn't a Pep player. Pep uses this whole thing. Why Pep is cooking? Because Pep cooks with the ingredients that he has.
Yeah, 100%.
So all I'm saying is stop with this Pep player. No. Stop with this Pep player stuff because just because you haven't seen Pep go and grab these groceries before because of availability,
he can cook with them, yeah. Absolutely, he can. Like, no one's disputing that. That's why I don't understand why it's a shot. No one's disputed that he can do very well with players who are not. We do not.
There's managers you can limit and say they need.
I don't think it's a limiting. No, I don't think. No. Again, that's where you're mistaking it. He's already proven he can utilize that.
He's proven that he doesn't have a set. He's proven that he doesn't have a set. No,
he definitely does because he'll revert back to type. There's a reason you sign the players you do.
Revert back to type.
About here? No, like he'll always you lot will sign more technical ballers than you do pace and power ballers.
Okay. All right. So now we're going 360. Now we're going 360 because now this is beautiful. Let's not limit what my manager sees.
Yeah, this is a prime example. So Salah's again. Would Pep be super successful with Salah? Yes. Is Salah a Pep player? No. That's not a Pep-like player. That's not. I don't understand why this is a criticism.
Salah is way different than Haaland.
Of course, no, he is different. The point is I'm making is
I would agree with that example. I would agree with Salah not being a Pep player. I would agree with that.
I don't think Haaland is either.
No, but Haaland.
I disagree that I don't agree that Haaland is a Pep player. No, you don't take it as a shot.
Salah is definitely not a Pep player.
You know what? Because it's you, I'm glad you take it as a shot. I'm gonna say it more now.
Yeah, no, it is a shot because you can't.
I don't see it as a shot.
Pep's not limited to these players. Pep
again,
also,
that's where you're mistaken it. Nobody said he's limited. I think he could win with.
No, but it's not about winning. It's not about winning, but it's the vision. Here's the vision.
Cooking. You said cooking.
Cool. Because here's the vision. The limitations that everybody, quote unquote, saw.
To offside. This is a whole different convo. Don't let Vader gas you up into thinking this is what's being said. Nowhere have I said that Pep can't utilize a Haaland, a KDB, a Salah, a Morgan Rogers, a Jude Bellingham.
Oh my gosh.
Valverde. No, I'm just saying more players who are more pace and power. I'm just utilizing whatever their talent level.
KDB is highly technical and skilled.
You said he's not. I didn't say he wasn't technical. Nowhere did I say that.
So wait.
He's more pace and power than he is technical. He's more P and P than he is technical.
So is it P and P that's quote unquote not a Pep player?
Yes, he's not gonna go. KDB is pace and power and physical attributes first. No, that doesn't mean he can't pass the ball and he can't do other things. But KDB's a lot of his strengths come from let me clarify this. The majority of his strengths come from his physical attributes. That's what sets him aside. Doesn't mean he can't pass the ball. Doesn't mean he can't control the ball. Doesn't mean he can't score free kicks and can't score goals. I don't know why this is being blanketed into one thing. What are we talking about here? What KDB is KDB not pace and power?
That's an element of his game, yes, but he's
that's the main element of his game.
It's not his main element.
That's the main. So KD. So you're telling me KDB is more technical than he is than physical? That's what you're telling me.
No.
Answer the question, Vader. Is KDB more technical than he is physical?
I would say yes. He is more technical.
That is absolutely crazy. That
he's left-footed, right-footed. Any touch he needs.
So you think KDB? All right. So let me. You think KDB's technical attributes are better than his physical attributes?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I think he's lasted this long in the Prem because of his technical ability.
Is crazy.
Okay.
No, he lasted this long because of his physical attributes. Because as soon as his physical attributes started to decline, we seen what happened.
No.
His technical attributes are still there.
That's the league in general.
Physically, he's declined. Yeah, so as he gets older...
No, but that's the Prem in general. That's the Prem in general. The same way...
My point...
No, but the same way a David Silva, who's highly technical, it got away from him as well. Right?
No, highly technical. Yeah, David Silva was the complete opposite to KDB.
Exactly. So when does the league get away from him? When he's not able to what? His technical ability never left him flawless.
I don't think the league ever got away from.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't think the league ever got away from. I never looked at David Silva and said, "Yo, you're off the pace." When did that happen? I must have missed that.
Yeah.
When did David Silva stop impacting matches?
David Silva knew when it was time to go. Yeah, he knew it was time to go.
I think he could. You know what? I think he's that good. I'm going overboard here. That he could still be playing now. He's that good.
No, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
It's crazy. Like David Silva, yes, because here's the thing is he has great physical attributes, but we don't talk about it because he's not 6 foot plus and powerful. But his agility, when I say physical, I'm not just talking pace and power. His agility and balance is ridiculous. They are physical attributes. His little bit of acceleration he has as well. Those things, being agile, like I said, beautiful.
Yeah, but you would. You would say he leans more technically than he does.
Technically, he's more than his physical. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm saying the same.
That's what makes him more of a Pep player. That he leans more. So you saying that KDB and wait, you saying KDB and Silva are the same in regards?
No, I'm not saying the same. No.
Let me land the point. Let me land my question in regards to leaning more technical than they do physical. That is crazy to me.
Both players are better on the technical side than they are on the physical side. But I would say that KDB is more physical than David Silva.
That's crazy that you think KDB leans more on his technical side than he does his physical. That's mad. His physical
100%. When he was young, different story because he flirted out there on the wing a little bit. His
agility, his balance,
His mental, his vision, that's all technical for me.
Mental is not technical. That's too.
It is technical.
Mental is not technical. No, it's not. Your mental attributes are not technical. Like aggression is mental. That's not a technical attribute. That's a mental.
No, I didn't say aggression.
No, you saying mental is technical. Mental is not technical.
How you decide to control a ball is mental. How you decide on
your decision making is mental. Yes, but how you do it is technical. What are we talking about here? Your decision making, yes. IQ is mental. That is not technical. What are we talking about?
How you decide on the weight of a pass is mental. Your body just doesn't kick the ball because that's physical.
That's your decision making you're using. But do you have the technique to do that?
So my point. So when we want to talk about pet players, where I want to emphasize, because you want to go the technical route, you want to go the physical route. No, pet players is mental. Pet players is attitude. No. Let me finish. Don't interrupt this one. I want to emphasize on the mental side. Since you put that in a different category, I'm taking it away. Take away the physical. Take away the skill. Pet players, now if we want to talk about pet players, how I decide on pet players, it's strictly IQ and attitude. That's what, in my opinion, how Pep decides who's here, who's not, is IQ.
Not solely IQ. Not solely IQ. Of course it adds into it. It's not solely IQ.
Let's not do absolutes. Of course it's not solely IQ. Because it's not going to just take geniuses. Because you're going the route where it's...
This is a shot. I don't know why this is. You're the only person I know that thinks KDB is more technical than he is physical. That's crazy to me. You are the only person I've ever heard say that.
And this is why I have a show, Why Always Me, because I'm awfully on the opposite side with regards to these conversations. Right.
That is crazy to think that. What does he like?
This is where you're getting hung up on. Because of the point.
To me.
That's fine. That's fine.
I cannot fathom that whatsoever.
You don't need to. You don't need to. Put that on the bench. The whole point of the discussion is the pet player conversation.
What are we talking about? How am I nuts? Yo, KDB was strong. What are we talking about here?
I never said he wasn't.
No, you listen to the chat. Look at the chat. I'm pulling this up from them. This guy's nuts. KDB wasn't that strong. KDB's main attributes are all not. Actually, the vast majority of them are physical. What are we talking about? His acceleration, his pace, his powerful running, his stamina. What are we doing here? His ability to go past the player, drive with the ball. That's his physical, people. What are we doing out here? What is going on?
Okay. So you're telling me
they're the OP thing. If we separate it into categories, he has more things closer to 100 in physical than he does technical. What we doing? Doesn't mean he's not technical, by the way. Doesn't mean he's not smart, by the way. But
a manager, Flawless. A manager's gonna keep a player that isn't their type of player.
If he works for the team, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
This is why this stems back to the original that it's not a shot. Nowhere is it a shot.
So if Pep is in the market to go get a Declan Rice or is in the market to go get a Jude Bellingham, and many others are being like, that's not a Pep player.
Yeah, I don't think Jude is a pet player.
Okay, then, so when you say that it's not a pet player, it should be a so what?
That's what surprised me about it is in regards to, right, you really like Jude Bellingham. That's why I asked you when you mentioned it. I said, this guy ain't going for, no way were you lot in for. I didn't see that you lot were in for Jude. I must have missed that.
We've been in for Paqueta. We've been in for...
Paqueta's technical. That makes sense. Paqueta makes sense.
Okay, again.
Yes.
If you're going to be on the technical side... This is all going to make sense to you. But when I want to point out that, obviously, in your eyes, KDB's not a Pep player.
Yes.
Now, if he wasn't a Pep player when Pep was first doing his thing, but he's had KDB here for a decade, do you think that maybe Pep has changed on what he thinks is a Pep player?
No, I think he's smart enough to know, hey, I can utilize this. I don't get why this is a shot. I can utilize a player like KDB or Haaland. That's smart. Why is this a shot?
No.
Why is this a shot? Flawless, I don't understand.
Why can his preference be Flawless? Why can his preference now be that he wants a player?
What? KDB more of an Iniesta? What? All right, cool, dumb. KDB Iniesta? What? You agree with this?
I'm not getting sidetracked. I want to emphasize. I'm not.
Answer the question. No. This is great. Do you agree with this?
Listen. In terms of his importance,
you listen. No. Do you agree with this?
In terms of his importance, there's only one Iniesta. There's only one Iniesta.
No, do you think he's more in it? Okay, do you think he's closer to Iniesta than he is a Yaya Toure? Because he said Yaya Toure. Is he closer to
Let
Iniesta?
me see the comment. Let me see the
Look,
comment.
he said then a Yaya Toure. He had to add that because he's seen how silly that sounded. Is KDB closer?
KDB
to
is closer. KDB is
closer. Or Iniesta? Which one's he closer to?
In terms of his ability.
Oh my God, man! You can't get a straight answer. As a player,
okay,
as a football player,
yeah.
Is KDB closer to Iniesta or closer to Yaya Toure?
He's closer to Iniesta.
That's crazy to me.
You know what was criticized often?
Go on.
You know what was so as a player, how many
crazy. Sorry.
Okay. All right. As a player, how consistent was Yaya? As a player. No. You're asking me. No, this is a blanketed conversation, and you're asking me. This player's bringing up Iniesta.
Yes, he was consistent. That's nothing to do with the conversation, but yeah, he was consistent.
Okay, so what do you find crazy? Okay, what do you find crazy about him being close to Iniesta? What's
because
crazy
he's
about
more of a Yaya Toure type than he is an Iniesta type. That's why. When you look at what Iniesta did very, very well, and you look at what Yaya Toure did very, very well, the things they both did very well in midfield from an end. Forget positions, forget consistency, just as pure footballers. He was closer to Yaya Toure and did more things Yaya Toure like than he did Iniesta. That doesn't mean he's not technical. That doesn't mean he can't pass the ball. That doesn't mean he can't score free kicks. That doesn't mean he can't score goals. But he was closer to Yaya Toure than he is Iniesta.
I happen to disagree.
I think from
a physicality standpoint, in my opinion, because you want to talk about physicality, you want to talk about skill set. From a physicality standpoint, I put Yaya over there. I think KDB. Listen, let me finish. Let me finish. I think if you want to put the skill set, you want to talk about the physicality, we're gonna put Yaya here, Iniesta here. I think KDB is closer to Iniesta than he is closer to Yaya when you combine skill set and physicality. And I believe that's probably where Don is going with this.
That is crazy to me in regards to that. KDB was an assist merchant, passing, not physical. Because you're mistaking it, what people looked at and went, because his passing was so good, yes. No one's ever talking about his first touch. It's never happened before. That's not a conversation.
We're having way too many conversations. It's way too many points.
I'm responding to my man. Because he said this twice now. No one ever. The only technical attribute we talk about with KDB is his passing and his shooting. That is it.
No,
that is it. When do we ever talk about KDB? Wait. Answer my question. When have we ever spoken about KDB's first touch?
My point is, Flawless.
I'm a City fan. My question.
I'm answering it. I'm answering it. You need to calm down. I'm answering it. From a City standpoint, I talk about it all. How you rivals talk about KDB will not be that.
No. I'm talking about.
I can't have that convo because you're going to ask me, when did we ever talk about first touch? I've talked about it.
Okay. No, we never do. We never. By you, I'm talking about in the footballing work Vader. We never talk about KDB's first touch.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. When? Like he's Zidane. No, we don't talk about his first touch. When? No, we don't talk about KDB's
all right, now you're gonna have me.
Have an honest conversation.
Now you're gonna have me at you in all of the comps that are highlighting his one-touch pass the defender.
You talk about his passing.
All right, just be ready. You're gonna have to put me on mute because I'm gonna at you on all of the comps that have him one touch getting past defenders all the time.
What are we talking about here?
Go ahead.
What are we doing out here, man? What is going on? Again, man, I'm missing the point. Where did I say KDB's first touch was bad? When did them?
No one's missing the point. You just don't want to let this go.
Let me respond to it. When did I say that KDB's first touch was bad? Answer my question. When did I say his first touch was bad? When did them words leave my mouth? When did them words leave my mouth? When did I say this? Who said KDB was a DM? When did them words leave my mouth? Two things. If we're going to have these conversations, let's have these conversations. You've now made two statements. Tell me when I said KDB was a DM and tell me when I said his first touch wasn't bad. No, I never said that. You just said he wasn't known for it, implying no, that's not an implication. That's your interpretation. You can be very good at something and not known for it. What are we talking about here? You can be excellent at something as a footballer and not known for it. What are we doing out here? No. Answer my question. When did I say he doesn't have a good first touch? Don't worry about implying. Ask me. I'm right here. Ask me. Don't imply nothing. Don't tell me about your interpretation and all of these things. What are we doing out here? What are we doing? What is going on? So again, I asked the question again. When did I say he was a DM as well? When did them words leave my mouth? We're going to have this conversation. Let's have this conversation and be honest about it. What are we talking about here? Stop talking to people. Don't worry about indirectly and implications and all these type of things. I'm saying.
Yeah, played DM. Yeah, played DM.
When did I say he was known for his physicality? Man, I'm just making stuff up. I was just making stuff up. Them words never left my mouth either.
But Flawless, when you say he's more physical than he is technical, like
that doesn't mean he's more known for it, baby.
No, but that's the gist.
I never said that. Oh Stop. No, okay. People need to ask questions because that's 3 times now that he said some shit like this. What are we doing out here? Ask me the question. I'm very specific.
The man's typing on his phone. There's only so much he can do in terms of keeping up with the conversation in the chat.
Well, if you can't, I've said this to you before. If you can't keep up with the argument properly, don't keep up and don't insert yourself in a conversation that you can't keep up with. What are we doing out here?
No. Listen. I happen to think.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing out here? Man saying the whole thing. Oh, you implied his first touch wasn't
KDB is closer than Iniesta, in my opinion.
Nowhere did I say that. What are we talking about here? Nowhere did I say his
this all sparked off because I don't want this lazy. I don't want this lazy talk about Pep players.
Yeah, this is it.
Pep's not the same manager from Barca. Pep can have different players that he wants now in 2025.
Now you're doing what he's doing in the chat.
No, I'm not.
He can't have different players.
No, I'm not doing what's in the chat. I'm bringing up the point that in 2025 we can't say Pep players. Because we've seen examples of non-Pep players, so he may have changed his mind.
I'm trying to play FIFA. So yeah, this is why you ain't concentrating on what's going on. Put down the pad, and if you're gonna type, get involved in the conversation properly. That's what it is. Again, no one said Pep don't make players. No one said these things. There's been no in everything I've been saying. There's been no criticism of KDB. Same way there's been no criticism of Pep. Where's the criticism of KDB been? Tell me the criticism. Don't worry, I'll wait.
The criticism of KDB.
Yeah, where did I criticize KDB? Tell me.
Well, would you happen to think that him not being Iniesta is a criticism?
No. Saying he's closer to Yaya Toure than Iniesta is not a criticism, no.
That's just
hold
on.
So that's wrong. Press the buzzer because you're wrong there.
How am I wrong asking a question? You can't be wrong asking a question.
Oh, sure. Okay. So why did you ask the question?
I asked a question to get clarity from you. So if KDB,
you don't have to ask me the question. I'm asking you. I'm asked you a simple question. Why are you answering a question with a question? So I'll ask it again. Okay. Where did I criticize KDB? Where's the criticism of him?
And for you to say he's less Iniesta, which emphasizes, let me finish my point, which emphasizes he's not known, he's not on the technical side, because you say, when have we talked about him on the technical side, more so on the physicality side?
Physical again.
Oh my gosh, are we?
You go to the sorry.
Can you stop with the chat so we can have the convo though? Because I'm mid flow and then you want to bring up the. Go ahead.
You know what? I apologize. That's bad. You're spot on. Yeah, you know what, Vega? I apologize. Last time, physical. See, this way, physical over technical is not a criticism. You lot are just sensitive. That's all that is. That's just plain sensitive. Same way, technical over physical is not a criticism. That is not. Man are just sensitive about it because it's KDB and it's Pep. That's what I've realized during this conversation because there's been no. But back to it as well. Sorry, go on. I won't step on it. My bad.
The point, the emphasis is when you want to point out if you, in your opinion, you say he leans more towards this going back and forth. If I say he leans more towards the other way, you say physical, I say technical. It should be okay. You've got your opinion on this. You see it differently. The conversation about how other people talk about KDB is irrelevant. Even when you brought up the point about first touch, because KDB, quote unquote, not being a Pep player, he's been with Pep for 7+ years. What Pep was 7 years ago may have changed in terms of who he sees as Pep players. That's why I want to emphasize, just 3 seasons ago, he went and got Haaland. People want to tell me Haaland's not a Pep player. Are we going to hold on to what he did at Bayern or what he did at Barca to always be this is the template for what Pep wants? That's the point. That's the point where I got triggered and I was like, "What? We got to stop doing this Pep player stuff."
But that's not a shot because him going to get Haaland and being successful. But I'll ask again, where did I criticize KDB? Because nowhere in what
I don't want to bring it back to KDB because the conversation first started with Haaland though.
I asked you a question. Where did I criticize? Because I asked the chat. So I asked someone in the chat. You disagreed. So when I was talking about KDB, did I criticize KDB? Where's the criticism? Where did I criticize?
Okay.
It wasn't a shot. You lot are just super sensitive. There was no shot there. Because in that 2 minutes you just spoke where I didn't interrupt, not once did you mention something where I criticized the man. There's been no criticism of him. Same way, man in the chat, I get him mistaken because I said he's more physical than he is technical. Doesn't mean you can't be great at both. Doesn't mean you can't be good at both. All right.
I have no problem with where this went with regards to KDB. I was trying to bring it back to Haaland.
So you agree that I didn't criticize him then, just to clear that up?
You didn't criticize him, but you gave a comparison. You gave a difference. So it's not a criticism, but you pointed out a difference. Physicality, skillfulness, right? Technical ability.
He said no. What it was, I didn't do that. So I'll clarify, I didn't do that. He said he was closer to Iniesta than he is Yaya Toure.
I know, but we had the conversation before that. I know, but we were even talking before that comparison. This whole came up because I challenged against the Pep player talk. I think the Pep player talk, it's
okay, cool. Why does that matter so much to you?
Because I think it's inaccurate. I don't think.
But it's not a shot. I don't understand why that's a criticism.
I didn't take it. No, but you
explain to me why you see that as critique.
Okay, let's eliminate critique. It's not a critique.
So you don't.
I don't want to discuss critique. Whether I think of it or not, it doesn't matter.
It matters. I'm asking you the question. When someone says that, do you see that as a criticism of the manager?
Yes, because I do.
Okay, explain to me why.
Because I think it limits the man. I think it limits the manager with regards to. It limits the manager because it's with regards to what the type of players that he wants.
Okay, so
I think he wants more than what people say are Pep players. That's my point.
If the person saying that in this instance, me can say, but he can still utilize what he has, and he's still smart enough to go get players who ain't his super preference. Where is the criticism? I don't
like
understand.
I said, I'm not arguing with you with the criticism.
Okay,
the criticism.
So we cleared that up.
We can move on. Yeah, we can move on.
All right, cool. I just wanted to clear up my name of that. So see how people be talking in the chat. Others be talking. There was no criticism of KDB whatsoever.
But Flawless, hold on. You're on a madness right now. I don't know what you drank today. Where's the blue cup? What's going on? Where's the blue cup today? You need something because we were having the convo with regards to Pep players.
Yes.
Quote unquote Pep players. We were having the convo. Now the chat want to chime in with the criticism and stuff, and you're reacting to the chat. So then you want to bring it back to ask me, when did I criticize? I wasn't talking to you about criticizing. I was talking to you about.
But you agreed with it.
No, I was carrying the conversation on because. But
you agreed with him.
It wasn't agreed.
You're wrong.
I'm not reading the chat. I'm reacting to what you're saying.
No. When I brought it up, that. My man said, I forgot his name.
Because I wanted to steer it back.
It's a criticism. You agreed with that. So I'm gonna do that. Same way, if me and you are mid-conversation and I bring something up and someone goes at you about something and I agree with it, you're gonna question me on it. What are we doing out here? Okay, that's all it was. I'm just saying that there was no criticism of KDB whatsoever. Nowhere did I We've been 54 minutes, however long this conversation's been going on. There's been no criticism from me of KDB. None.
Okay.
That's
for this going back to the beginning. Let's do Tenet. If you've seen the movie, let's rewind this whole thing. All right. When people want to say Pep players, I think you're limiting my manager. My manager.
So that's your interpretation of it. And
that's my interpretation because my manager.
I can only tell you when I say that, so I can explain to you when I say that. That's not limiting him, and he doesn't limit because he goes and gets players that aren't his preferred type, which is the smart thing to do. I think all managers do. Any manager who has a
but again, you injecting preferred type. Stop it.
No, I'm gonna keep doing it just because you are sensitive. Nah, I know it's a button.
Okay. All right. So you do it your way, but the reason why I'm saying his preferred type is because who currently at Manchester City is his preferred type? Is Doku his preferred type? Is Silvino his preferred type? Is Foden his preferred type? Is Marmoush his preferred type? No.
Yes. So you disagree? I think Marmoush is, yes.
Okay, Marmoush is a preferred type. Shirky's his preferred type?
Yes.
Okay, we've got Reinders is his preferred type?
Yes.
Nico Gonzalez?
Yes.
Rodri?
Yes.
Ait Nori?
Yes.
O'Reilly?
Yes.
Mateus Nunes?
Yes.
Kosanov? Rico Lewis?
Yes, both of them. Yes.
Oh, so Rico Lewis playing my right back. That's Pep's preference?
Yeah. Rico Lewis your what?
My right back.
Yeah, Rico Lewis, yeah. Yes, that's his preferred type of player. Yes, no, it's the theme there.
Donnaruma's Pep's preferred.
Donnarumma,
Okay. So
doesn't mean it's not smart to go get
No, stop. No. I don't. You're going to take it somewhere else. My thing is, you can see examples on the pitch.
Yeah.
You can see examples on the pitch of quote unquote non-Pep players. All right. So if that happens to be the case, because if we want to go back in time, I think many would say that Mahrez is more of a Pep player than Sterling was.
Yes, agreed.
Okay. So
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I want to point out that with a manager with this many years of managing, what he first identified as this is what I want may have changed, because Doku, to your point, is not a Pep player.
No, he's not. No.
So there's no Pep player. There isn't.
Disagree. Notice how most of the ones you said yes to, and I think his team will always.
No, you were the one saying it. You were the one saying yes.
Okay, which ones do you? Okay, so which ones do you disagree with?
I think they're all Pep players.
Okay, so that's where we'll disagree. Where we'll disagree. Then they're all Pep players. So we'll disagree on that. My point is there'll always be more technical type players in that in a Pep side than the physical side of things. Doesn't mean, let me just clarify this, that players can't have great physical attributes. Doesn't mean there's players whose physical attributes will override their technical attributes. I'm just saying his teams will always be technically heavy. Yes, his teams will always be that. I don't want
to do the team talk.
Every single
we're talking players. We're talking players.
No, players. Yeah, when I say team-wise, I'm talking about individuals in the team. A Pep squad will always have more technically sound players than the physical side of things.
And as you say,
wait, let me land. That's his preference. That doesn't mean he have others. Cells, what does this have to, before we go, because man's been talking in the chat, what does this have to do with what I'm talking about? Sterling scored 130 goals as a winger under Pep. What does this have to do with what I'm talking about? What, please explain to me what this has to do with what I'm talking about and the discussion we're currently having. This ain't aimed at you. It's when people in the chat be talking. I'm like,
Flawless, you know why you brought it up? You said Sterling's not a Pep player. Yeah, and Pep.
I agree. Yes.
Okay.
So what does him scoring 130 goals and being successful have to do? Yes, because he disagrees. Nowhere did I say that Pep can't be successful. I'll say this twice. Nowhere did I say that Pep can't be successful with players who are not his type of players. Nowhere did I say that. Nowhere did I say. You shake your head all you want. Nowhere did I say that. So why are people?
No one's saying you said that. This is what's wild.
You keep saying Pep player. I got problems with that because he Grealish. You couldn't get it. That's a problem with you. Nowhere. Let me repeat this to you, Cells, now specifically. Nowhere did I say he can't utilize other types of players and be super successful.
Pep players is a myth.
I disagree with that.
Pep players is a myth.
I disagree with that until you have it, because your team is always technically heavy. Until you have a team that's not technically heavy, I hear it. This man's been managing 20 years. Every single one. How long has he been managing? 20 years? Has it been 20 years?
Wait. Has
it been 20 years?
What's a team? Hold on, pause. 1 second.
His teams are more the players in his team.
Can you point out a winning team that's playing in Europe? Can you point out a winning team where not more than or less than half of that team is not technical? Football's technical. What are we doing here?
No, but I'm saying his sides are more super technical. You have sides that are more physical. Some of them Real Madrid sides were super successful or more physical. What are we talking about here? Some of them Real Madrid sides were more physical. Now what?
But not at the lack.
Your question, so now what? Real Madrid,
yeah, but not at the lack of their technical ability. Maybe it jumps off the page on how physical they are, but their technical
always be technically more. He always have sides that are more technical.
All right, I don't think we're gonna understand each other tonight because
we're not. Because you lot are sensitive about this, and I don't know why. Because it's not a shot. There's no criticism. There's been no criticism.
You keep saying that. I'm not saying that there's a criticism.
So why are we going back and forth about it then? Why do you take it as...
I just pointed out because I think Pep player is a myth. You happen to disagree, and this is why we keep coming back to the combo. I happen to think that Pep does not have this is my player because of the examples in key roles, in key areas, like Donnarumma, in all places, because he sent Joe Hart out the door. He was like, Joe Hart, you don't play my system. Eddie came through. Donnarumma is not Eddie.
No.
From a footballing ability, not even close. Eddie's over here.
Facts.
Now, shot stopping,
he's absolutely.
I would say Donnarumma is closer to Joe Hart. Joe Hart is closer to Donnarumma from so Pep. So my point is,
which is a surprise why you got him, but I'm
not surprised. This is why we keep going. You're surprised by it. And this is why if you believe if you believe the myth that there are Pep players out there, you're going to be surprised by it. If you're like me and you don't think that there's a myth of this Pep player, you're not surprised by signings like this.
I'm surprised, but again, I was surprised by it. Cool, but I don't think it's a bad signing. You people take surprise.
No one thinks it's a bad signing.
Okay, cool, because we had people in the chat saying that. So no, I don't think Donnarumma is a bad signing. By the way, I think it's an excellent signing. I was just surprised by it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. No, back to it. In regards to it, no, hold up 1 second to Cells. Why is Sterling scoring 130 goals? What's that got to do with the argument? What's that got to do with my statement? That's what I want to know. What's that got to do with my statement? What are we doing out here?
Chat, let me know if my mic is clipping, because sometimes I think I see a...
Are you good? No, you good. You good. Like, what are we doing out here? Like, I'm lost as to why Sterling is why the success Sterling had is coming in. No one said Sterling can't be successful with a Sterling type. Nowhere did anybody say that. People were just making stuff up. Again, O'Reilly is not Cancelo. Nobody said O'Reilly is Cancelo. This is back to Dom, who was making stuff up as well. Nowhere did I say KDB had a bad first touch. Nowhere did I say
KDB had a bad first touch, but you said when have people talked about KDB's first touch? That's what you said.
Yeah, in regards to him being a successful, yes, we don't talk about his first touch. That doesn't mean his first touch is bad. There's many technical quality players that we don't talk about their first touch. What are we doing?
I think there's a 5-minute...
Wait, hold up. We don't talk about Toni Kroos's first touch, and Toni Kroos is a bad boy. We don't talk about Benzema's first touch, and he's a bad boy.
What do you mean no one?
What are we doing out here? Benzema,
we're in different conversations. But listen, there's probably a 3-minute comp.
World City fans can, yes, but the major footballing world, no. What are we doing out here? Yes, I love pancakes, so you hate waffles. These City fans sensitive as fuck, man. Sensitive. Jesus Christ. No criticism anywhere of Pep, KD. There's been no criticism.
You just made
I've just what that people don't talk about his first. That's not a criticism of it. I'm just saying he has other attributes that people talk about more. His passing. Yeah. What we doing out here? His free kicks, his goals, his crossing of the ball. They're speaking about more. Like that's not a criticism.
Flawless. There's probably a 3-minute comp of KDB.
Find me the clip. Yeah, send that to me.
All right, if I could finish my sentence. There's probably a 3-minute comp. There's probably a 3-minute comp out there of KDB. His first touch is a pass leading to an assist. Cool. Like he's that guy. So it's not being sensitive. It's when you hear something that seems a little contrary to what you know your player to be. Yes, City fans are going to be like, nah, I believe you're wrong on this one. Let me give you an example. Let me maybe bring this to light and maybe we can have a conversation about it. It's not about being sensitive. What we got to be sensitive about?
You said you are super sensitive.
6 and 7, we're chilling.
You are super sensitive in that whatsoever. Flawless, would you agree? Bellingham more physical than technical? Yes. Doesn't mean he's technically has no attributes though. But that seems to be the general consensus. As soon as you say someone's more physical than technical, that means their technical attributes are terrible. Or if you think someone's more technical than physical, that means all their physical attributes are terrible. No, Same way we don't talk about KDB's first touch. The same way we don't talk about David Silva's agility, for example. And his agility was crazy.
So Flawless, just to bring this back, I'm one, and if you want to say I've been labeled, if you want to say Vader, another City fan, too sensitive. When people talked about Yaya being physical, I was the one to emphasize how technical he was.
I don't think he gets the respect. I don't think he gets the respect.
So when a rival like you might emphasize how physical Yaya was, not a slight, but I'm going to be coming off mute to want to talk about, nah, man was mad technical.
He was add that in as well. Yeah, I think that's a so you should add that in as well. Yeah.
Okay. So this is where it's not about sensitivity, it's about having the full conversation. Because KDB, in your eyes, leans more towards physical.
Super sensitive, dumb man. Super sensitive.
Right.
No, you dumb, super sensitive because I've not criticized. I've not criticized. Nah, he's not. I've not criticized. You already disagreed with him already when I said, "Where's my criticism of him?" There was no criticism. There was no criticism of KDB in anything I said. But man, I hear that. That's how you know man is sensitive. There's been no criticism of KDB, but man, but man are defending him. Why are you defending when there's nothing to defend? There's been no shot taken, but man are trying to defend.
Well, this is great because what's going to be added to one of these topics is this Pep player myth. I'm going to kill that.
Where did I criticize?
I'm going to do a 115. I'm going to crush this Pep myth.
I mean, where did I criticize his technical ability? I'm waiting. Where did I criticize his technical ability? And you look, while we're here, because you're clearly entertained, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff.
This guy's a joker.
No. Answer the question. But okay, but trying to label him physical, him as physical instead. No, it's not. That's your interpretation of it. So again, nowhere did I criticize him. This is the point that I'm making. Man are trying to defend something when there's nothing to defend. There's been no tell me what I said out of my mouth that shows that I'm being that I'm criticizing him. Show me the criticism. Where? Saying that he's more physical than he is technical is not a criticism. That is not a criticism. Because I've already said I think he's an excellent player.
Better personality than looks. Not a criticism.
Say that again?
She's got a better personality than looks.
No, that's not a criticism. Not necessarily. Okay. That's not a criticism. What is?
But you understand what that's telling you, though.
No, I ask. You know what I do in that instance?
Flawless, hold on. Come on, man. Don't do that. You know what?
I don't. No, I'd ask. That's what I do. That's what people don't do. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't do.
Okay, you may ask, but you know.
No, it's not that. No, I ask. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
I get it.
I don't guess.
I get it. Dawn could have asked a further question, but you know. Now you're being.
No, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's you. You might do that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I ask. That's what I do.
All right, Dawn, the lesson is here. We know moving forward, we ask. We ask moving forward.
Ask. This is why we're here. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we're here. Ask. Don't imply things. Like my man said in the chat, implying. I don't imply nothing. You know why? Because I ask you questions and I ask the chat questions. So I come back to it. Where was my criticism of KDB? Well, man, I sat here defending him.
We don't need to. I brought up the example. This is where I think Dawn was. This is where Dawn was because when you hear. Okay, we get it. You know what?
There's certain players who are physical over technical who I don't rate technically at all. Then there's certain players who are physical over technical who I rate. You just mentioned Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure was physical over technical. But he was technical. Very good. But was he physicality over technicality? Yes.
I think they were equal. I think they were equal in my opinion.
Okay, so if you say they're equal, cool. But the point I'm making is that I rate him for both. So why, when it comes to KDB, it's that what we doing out here? What we doing? So I ask again. Yeah, we're trying to label him as physical instead of physical. It's not a criticism. Let me just clarify that. That is not critique. What are we doing? Oh, it's going on. Ridiculous. But you lot run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. It's like man say, I miss Ange when I criticize Frank. Exactly that. That's exactly what it's like. Exactly what it's like. Exactly what it's like. I'm still waiting, to know where my criticism of KDB was. That's what I'm waiting for. Name me a sentence where I said, not something implied, not how you felt. Tell me a sentence where I said this. Please, I'm waiting.
She's got a better personality than looks. We know what that means. We know what that means.
Instance, yes, because you're being an asshole about it. In a girl sense,
I'm not.
Yes.
We were having a convo. Don hearing. I know, but you keep going back. Don already said. I don't know why you need the clarity from Don, because Don said what he heard.
That's why we need the clarity, because he's still talking. You know what I'm saying? He's still talking. That's why it is. Obviously, you can't see the chat, so you can't see what I can see. So that's why I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Where, again, I asked the question, where was the criticism? Where was the criticism of him? That's what I want to know. Tell me the sentence where I said I criticized him. There isn't one. Same way when I asked you it, you didn't have an answer either, because there's been no critique. That's my point. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Mislabeling is not critique. You disagree with my label, but it's still not critique. Because nowhere did I say he wasn't technical. If you think he's more technical than he is physical, cool. That's not a criticism of him. But you take it as such. So I'll ask it again. Where did I criticize him? What are we doing out here? Stop implying stuff. Ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop this. Exactly, Sam. Opinion is different to criticism. If Vader thinks a player is more technical than he is physical, and I think he's more physical than he is technical, why is that a criticism? He just said he thinks Yaya Toure is even. Actually, you said, yeah. He said he thinks Yaya Toure is even. I think Yaya Toure is more physical than he is technical. Doesn't mean he's a terrible technically. I think he's quality. Same way I rate KDB highly. David Silva's more technical than he is physical. Doesn't mean he was terrible physical. Cole Palmer's more technical than he is physical. Doesn't mean he's terrible physically. So Ronaldo is just a physical player? No. He's not. No stress. No stress, Vader. Do your thing, do your thing. But run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. Hey, shouts to the lovely Charlotte every single time. Hope you're blessed, Charlotte. Hope you're all good. You know what I'm saying? So again, no, so I didn't criticize him. Again, people making stuff up. So Ronaldo, who said Ronaldo is just a physical player? I didn't say you said he was bad technically, but he's one of the most technically gifted CMs in history. That's where we disagree. But again, where was my critique of him? I could think he's the best technical player ever to grace the planet and still think he's more physical than he is technical. What are we doing? I presume he was talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, but he could be talking about R9. I should have asked that, to be honest. So let me clarify this. Yes, I could think he's technically the best player ever from a technical standpoint and still think he's more technical than he is physical. Yo, he's crazy because man still can't tell me where I criticized him. That's the maddest part. That's the maddest part. But we move. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat. I don't get it. Jez is right. Jez is right. About, yo, you say you love pancakes and people like you hate waffles. Like, what are we doing out here? Where we at? Let's see what else you lot are saying. Is Thiago I can't pronounce his name, the most technically gifted ever midfielder flawless? What does this have to do with what we're talking about? I'm lost. You man be asking questions that have no bearing. Margins are physical. For what reason do you think he's more physical? What did he do physically? His physical attributes. I've explained this time and time again. Time and time again. And I think they're better than his technical attributes. Explain this. Hence why he wasn't press resistant and receiving the ball and turning around and stuff. What are we doing out here? Flores, you think Iniesta, Yaya, similar level of KDB, all top quality players? He could shift. He drove with the ball very well. He wasn't the quickest runner, no. But he drove with the ball very well, which was his physical attributes. That was key. That's what he was very good at, was picking up the ball and driving with it. He was a powerful runner. Wasn't the quickest runner, powerful runner. Could pick up the ball, drive, put it out of his feet and just drive with it. And then he play a pass. That was KDB 101. I think what Vader is trying to imply that since Pep has used different styles and different systems, which means different player profiles. So when you say Pep players, it's now unclear which profile you prefer. But most of his players are more technical than they are physical. So I think it's pretty clear. And it's heavy as well. It's heavy in his squads. Very, very heavy. It's probably 70, 80% more technical over physical. But all right. So again, what we doing out here, you man are defending stuff that never got said. That's what don't make no type of sense. That's why I'm lost. That's why I'm lost at. You say I'm sensitive trying to defend saying that no one said. I'm still waiting on where I criticized him. Still waiting on it. Still no one said you criticized him. You said this. KDB's first touch. Get out of here, man. Where are these comps? Don't worry, I'm going to be waiting from them on Vader. But subscribe to Vader's channel, Vader Games TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm even losing my voice, man. It's mad. I've been losing my voice for the past couple of weeks now. All this hollering I be doing. See, I disagree that he wasn't strong. Agile, yes, but that's not just all physicality. He was a powerful runner. That comes from his strength. That's a strength thing. We doing out here. He had good acceleration. Underrated acceleration, to be honest. That little drive to get away from people. That's you. You can be a powerful runner without acceleration. He had both. From an athletic standpoint. We just don't associate him with athleticism because of let's be real, because of how he looks. With the red face. No one's talking about DMs unless you're talking about someone else. Exactly. Physicality doesn't always mean speed or agility. Facts. Man's mentioned countless times about physical. He's not fast. Like there's not more attributes, physical attributes than being fast. Like there isn't agility. Like there's not balance. Like there's not acceleration. Like there's not stamina. Like there's not jumping. All of these are physical attributes, plus more. Hey, big upside. Yes, Flawless, what's going on? These City fans upset. I don't know why. I have no idea why. All stems from side because I said that. Pardon me. All stems from because I said KDB is more physical than he is technical. Look at his build. I disagree that KDB wasn't best at those things. Take away those from his game, he don't play them passes. He don't. Like I'm like, how many times did you see KDB in that right channel pick up the ball and drive with it? That's physical, and then he'll play the pass. Man weren't a conductor. He weren't a controller. He didn't pick up the ball from the back four and play a pass straight away. That weren't his game like that. Again, doesn't mean he didn't do it at times, but that's not his game. He's a runner. Powerful runner. That's strength. Physical attributes. Acceleration. Sprint speed. Not the quickest in terms of his overall speed, but quick enough. And he had, like I said, very good acceleration. Powerful runner. KDB hamstring started his decline. Reason for that. The City fans will know better than me in regards to it, but all right. I watched him a lot. What are we talking about? But that's where we disagree. That's where we disagree. What is wrong with that? It's like Dom is more physical than technical. Sai, you with me? I don't know what's wrong with it. Because Dom's technical. But he's more physical than he is technical. But hey, we move. We move. Yeah. Like KDB picked up the ball off the back four and was pinging passes like he skulls. He didn't do that. That wasn't his game. Dom, I've watched it. I don't need to go look up anything. You need to tell me where I criticized him. I'm still waiting on that. Because you've been talking and I've still not got my answer. I'm still waiting on that. That's funny. But he did. He did. And that's a compliment, by the way. Just to clarify, when he says KDB had horse legs, that's a compliment to Vader and the City fans. That's not a critique. But back to it, man. Where are we going to? You lot. Liverpool coming up. Talk to us. Confident?
Yeah. Kind of like
Go on.
two clubs. I think it's similar levels right now, this point in the season. Looks like the whole meltdown that Liverpool fans were having, the season's over, what a disaster, questioning their signings and all this kind of nonsense. Now, couple wins. Fan bases, man. This is I'm clearly too old for this. Way fan bases are melting down, so upset. Game week 10, couple games that they've won, everything's calm. With regards to City, I know I'm going to have an up and down. I know it's going to be a roller coaster. This game versus Liverpool is going to be a great barometer. It's going to be a great test because we're two clubs sought to be in this title race. If we happen to drop points, either of us, am I going to react and being like, season's over? No. If Liverpool fans want to do that, go ahead. They can go do that. But I'm not doing that. I know that Liverpool are a very good club. So it's going to be a game where I want to get the result 100%. I want to get the win. And when I do I want to play the best to really see where I'm at, this is a clear and perfect example. I want to see whether we win this game. I want to see how we win this game. If we happen to drop points, if we happen to not get the win, I want to see what are the factors why. Because this is how we improve. Because I have so much confidence to know that there's going to be learnings from these setbacks to be that consistent team to kind of get these wins. I'm confident for a few reasons. I'm confident because of Haaland. I'm confident because he's on a mission. Like, he's on a mission to just do exactly what he's good at. And this is why we're not going to be revisiting this, but this is why when there's a player that is a certain way 3 years ago, I'm not branding them. I'm not labeling them. That's the player for the rest of their career. I'm not saying, they've reached their level. I'm not saying that is what to expect. So when I'm the captain, right? When I'm Captain Canada and I'm defending so-and-so players, when I'm doing my Doku prop, apparently, it's because why are we judging the player at 21 years old?
I know you ain't had me about no Doku things, but carry on as you were.
I could have easily, but it's not a GA thing. Doku was really good this last game. Very good, by the way, because he wasn't just playing on the left wing. Pep is trusting this player. What?
He was good.
He
was good, I said.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with you. Yeah, he was good.
No, but before that, you're like, I noticed you didn't at me. He was good. I don't need to at you.
No. I'm saying over the past few weeks.
Yeah, in the past few weeks, because in my opinion, Flawless.
In your opinion, I'm listening.
I don't have to explain what's understood, man. You know what I mean by that. You know what I said by that. I ain't gotta go.
Okay, all right, man.
I ain't gotta explain it no more.
Okay. Yeah, because he's been cooking like that. Yeah.
I don't gotta explain it no more. We see the abilities that he has. We see that on a game, a defender can have the better matchup. A manager can maybe have the team better set up and they get the best of it. But it doesn't mean that this player is trash. It doesn't mean that this player is what? Saint Maximin or a small version of...
No. Saint Minimum.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
I gotta clarify this. Doku and Saint Maximin aren't trash. It's just the fact that they aren't good. Neither of them are good enough for what you lot are trying to go to.
Yeah, I happen to disagree because where we're trying to go to, I think would involve.
Just more out. He just needs more output because he gets into situations, but his decision making, which has been better recently, in particular this season, but overall it's not been good. This is why I've crashed on him. Now, if it improves, I go, all right, first. But you like keep giving him.
Doku had a game, I think, similar to what Saka just had recently. Didn't show up on the GA. But in terms of how he kept things ticking, how he's involved.
GA, man. Have you seen Saka? Saka don't get GA, man. He's struggling. Sorry, go on, as you were.
No,
it's like 21 games or something.
Yeah, but my point is, if you looked at how Saka played his last game, there was no GA, but he was very good. He was important to Arsenal. So this is why I know we could do the banter thing. We could do the whole what's he done? But I know the quality of Doku. I ain't got to explain him no more. That's why I got that sound clip. I don't
have to explain what's understood.
No, Josh, I said Saint Minimum. Okay, right. I didn't call him Saint Maximum. I called him Alan Saint Minimum. So, and as you were.
Yeah. So I'm chill. I think my previous show that I did 115, I talked about like Pep's cooking something up. We've heard about master class. Pep's being a master chef right now. Pep
with all ingredients. Let me clarify that. He's a master chef with all ingredients.
Ooh.
Even though his
cuisine, you said that.
Even though his preferred cuisine is Spanish, he's a master chef he can do it all.
Absolutely. And he doesn't even need all the ingredients too, because he's using a midfielder at right back. He's using an academy midfielder at left back.
Now I understand when I'm potentially critical of City or Pep. I have to clarify that I'm not being going as you were.
No, that was fine. You didn't have to clarify.
Not necessarily just you, maybe the chat. So both. I have to clarify now. What are you doing?
Why now? Who's being sensitive?
I'm gonna clarify.
Now who's being sensitive?
I'm gonna clarify, man.
You don't have to do it.
I do have to clarify.
No, you don't.
Because I take
this man's all of his feelings now.
I know, because I take enough shots as it is when I'm actually taking shots. But when you don't take shots and people take it as shots, I gotta clarify. This is not no shot. I'm not shooting. And people want to defend. So I'm just making sure that when I say that Pep is a master chef, but he has preferred ingredients, where he a master chef. You know what I'm saying? Just letting it be known.
He likes.
Yeah, Josh, not Brett. I'm saying say maximum over say minimum every day. Sorry, go on as you were.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go.
I thought Josh was going to send for me.
The chat's on one, but Doku,
yeah, the chat's on one.
Shirky, Foden playing centrally this last game. Gonzalez as well. What I was really sniffing out, what I was seeing was the interchanging of these players. This is why I want to see a few more games. I don't know if he goes as freestyle, free flowing like he does versus Liverpool. I think it's going to be a lot more structured in terms of that approach. There's a certain games you can get away with it, but this last game, I think the fact that he had all those three players playing centrally and they were interchanging. Sometimes Shirky was out wide, Foden was out wide, coming centrally. They were all interchanging 1-2s, triangles. If this is what Pep's trying to get at, because you don't know where the pass is going to come from, you don't know who's going to be moving what, because Foden's quick to look up and deliver a pass to Haaland if he needs to. Shirky, we definitely saw that. I would say Haaland should have gotten a hat trick again in this game. Shirky was distributing the ball beautifully, and even Doku.
Ball down, man.
So it's one of those. Let's get a little more consistency. Let's get some familiarity, and then we're going to be good to go. Gonzalez also lobbed one over the top, which allowed for Shirky to head it. Haaland did his thing. Master. The master chef in Pep. The master chef in Pep is on to something right now. So if there's a time to play Liverpool, it's now. They're finding their way. We're seeing a manager in slot where the fan base are. I think they're on the brink. I think the fan base that are like.
You'll like this one. Yeah.
Listen. My production team have been helping me out. I'm trying to elevate. Go and subscribe to the channel. We're doing some things. But you know, and everybody in the chat, you know, Flawless try to be slick with it.
Shots fired!
Y'all peep when he's trying to take his shots. Y'all peep when he's trying to take his shots. He hasn't recently, but you'll notice. Continue to be a part of the show. Here, sometimes you got to hear it. You don't necessarily will see it, but Flawless will try to do his thing. This game,
I'm just responding to you. That's what it is. I never
normally,
shoot.
But the chat got you irritated tonight. I don't know what it is. You need to go take a nice walk. I don't know which gal didn't call you back. I don't know what's going on over there.
No, I respect that. You know, you just like, wait, yeah, you've been here. This is why you're an asshole, because you've been here. I was gonna say you've not been here. You've been here when I've gone back and forth with the chat. That is nothing new. I love that, man. I love them debates. I love that.
No, it's all good. It's calm.
It's just that one was a no, nah, man, never that. It's dumb. You didn't go personal. So if there was anything like that, then I would have said so, and it was all football, so it's cool. Same way me and Vader shout at each other. That's bro. We family for life. So yeah, never. If someone went too far in the chat, I would have checked you lot, but it was all football, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, man, it's all good. We're discussing things. Don't worry about it. Me and
we'll have this convo. We'll have this convo again. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this conversation's gonna come back.
Oh, I know it is, and I'm gonna make sure I got my notes ready. The thing that's gonna be interesting, because now you got a win streak, Liverpool. I got a game tomorrow, so I'm going into this game versus Liverpool with one less day of rest. Another Another thing that I'm gonna have to be prepared for. We got Liverpool. That obviously they got their win, Champions League
Lord,
win.
Man, one day let's rest hype. Oh, Lord, man.
You're really doing this.
You Pep, you really are. You really are.
No. You're really doing this. You're trying to act like one day isn't.
Oh my. No, it's you. It's you mentioning it. That's what it is. It's you mentioning it.
It's something worth mentioning.
No, it's not. It is if you're Pep. It's not if you're Veta Games TV. But if you're Pep, I get it.
One
you
day's
throw
rest.
That bullshit out there.
One day's rest. We're gonna have to deal with this. Liverpool obviously have the advantage to just sit back and watch their game now, having not played. They can watch the City game and things like that. City, we don't have the advantage. We couldn't watch this Liverpool game because we still needed to be in the mindset of looking on what we wanted to do versus Dortmund. So they have the advantage. Tomorrow they're gonna be watching, seeing how we play, and then obviously they're gonna have the extra day's rest, and then we got to play against Liverpool. But I like where both of us are at. I like the win streak that Liverpool on, obviously the confidence. I like what we're trying to do. Health-wise, I think everyone is good to go with the exception of Rodri and Kovacic. I think those are the only two players that won't be available for us. So Pep will have his choice. Kosanov, does he make an appearance? Does Pep continue to trust Nunez at right back, who's going to be matched up probably against Gakpo, or is he going to run Wirtz again? Is the record midfield signing going to be playing out on the wing versus us? I don't know. So that's something that I'm going to pay close attention to. But it's one of those games where it's like everything that was invested is why this Liverpool game is going to be so important, because they can't do all that and then fall off. They definitely need to have a good showing. It can't be a game where they're...
Does he go to say? Wirtz probably plays out wide if I think about it.
Wirtz, I heard. I hear, but I don't listen. But we do a show with this one who kept telling us that Ekitike and Wirtz can't play because they occupy the same space. Like, some people need to stop being tacticals. They need to stop.
To defend the person who said that. That's
no. Why are you defending? Why are you defending?
No, because I'd do the same for you. That's why.
No, you don't got to defend me. I'm good.
I would do the same. Nah, if someone misquoted you, I'd be like,
"Oh, you think I'm misquoting?"
No, not misquoting. But when he says they occupy the same space, he's talking about Wirtz as a 10, not as a left winger. That's what he means. Wirtz as a 10 is operating. Well, I've not watched Liverpool enough to know whether that's correct. I'm just saying what they mean when they say that. Where him playing left wing, you can do that because you're not operating in that area like that. You're left dominant. You're left side dominant.
Yeah, but the point is, if Ekitike is playing left and Wirtz is playing 10, they're both going to drift to the same side. Ekitike playing striker is also. It didn't make sense to me because again, the first words were those two can't play together. I'm like,
I think that's where I think the person meant is in regards to 9 and 10.
All right, we'll again, like Don, I'll get some clarity. Exactly.
But that's just me just guessing. I'm like, when they say
that's fine.
Because we don't
want to make assumptions. I don't want to make assumptions. So like you, I'll ask. I'll get the clarity.
No, don't be like
what you said. Get the clarity. Listen, we just had a long convo. You going back and forth with Don.
Now you want to get clarity, huh?
Don, wasn't he saying ask questions, don't assume? So I'm gonna ask this Liverpool rap. About what did he mean?
The bad guy, I don't know which nobody didn't text you back. You need to go for a walk. Where's the blue cup? Did the dare and all this?
I was concerned for you. I want to make sure, right?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah,
I'm
good.
All right. Just
wanted to when you trying to gaslight me, I'm good. You feel me?
All right.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, Dom, it is true. But what he's saying is not wrong. But we know what it was. Because when it was me, you weren't trying to hear it. Now all of a sudden he tried to do what I did, and that's okay.
Not that it's okay. I'm gonna go and get the clarity.
That's why he's laughing. I clock all the moves, I clock all the moves.
I'm gonna go get clarity.
His shoulders like this. How you gonna go get clarity? But I wanted clarity from Dobby was a problem. But now he wants clarity from.
I'm saying it with a smile. I'm not all henched up, getting flexing on him, being like, "What you mean? Take your time. Let me respond to that." Nah, I'm chill. But
I flexing. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not flexing.
Man, I'm gonna say this. This game though. This game's great because I think both clubs are in good form. But I'm already ready for the narratives. I'm ready for the agendas because apparently Liverpool fans were giving Slot until the City game. Right? They were saying...
Is that foreign to you, that? Are you just baffled by that completely?
I'm very baffled for a manager that delivered a Prem for that to be the case. Mm-hmm. I really am, because that means it's week 11. Game week 11, you're giving a manager that gave you a Prem, and they're acting like they get Prems like that. When, come on now. Listen, 30-something years, you've gotten 2. And we all got questions about the first one, and the last one you just won, teams had to fall off. So it's just like they act like these Prems are supposed to be like that. Like they're supposed to be consistently doing their thing. Like, let's relax for a bit. A manager delivered a Prem in his first year that took another manager years to do. Give him some time to obviously to try and tweak things, to try and adjust. You can't run back the same script because people will clock it. Now, it's interesting that he did something different in this game versus Real Madrid, got a result 1-0. Obviously, all the Liverpool fans are all going to be giddy again and being like, oh, you know what, we were wrong to question Slot or whatever. But yeah, I'm in agreement. You are wrong to question Slot. Give the man some damn time, not week 10, not week 9, not week 11, even after the City game. Because if you're gonna be so light in the heart to be like, oh, bad result versus City, I want this manager out, then what's he doing? What's he really doing?
Yeah, I understood why, because they were that bad. I got it. I understood. Would I have turned? Depends on my feelings towards Slot beforehand. It would have went from there. Because I've said this before, if I back a gaffer and say, I think this gaffer is very good, he's great, he's elite, he goes through a bad run, I'm going to give him ample time to turn around that bad run. Mm-hmm. Because that's me saying, oh, you're going to turn this around because you're that. It's kind of like a good player going through a bad run. Like I just use Cunha, for example. I rate Cunha highly. Cunha don't score and hopefully this don't happen. His next 3 games, I'm not going to be on air and be like, Cunha's terrible. Why did we sign him? Get him out of the club. Because I expect now, if he does that for the rest of the season, then I have to go, hey, I called this one wrong on Cunha. And no, I don't think that's going to happen. I was just using that as an example. So it was tough because even though they won the first 5 games, they were bad. They were awful.
Yeah.
They were dreadful. And then the results came and he was managing. It was so Ten Hag-ish. It was Ten Hag in a nutshell.
Ten Hag.
It was Ten Hag-ish. Why did you say Ten Hag like that?
No, I'm just saying, like,
what? It was.
I guess.
It was. No, I'm telling you, I was like,
for that stint, for that 5 games.
I'm saying, for the period he was doing bad, and what he was saying, I was like, I've seen this before, like a 3-1-6 formation. I've seen this.
And now he's turned it around, right? Now he's got the results. I don't know if there's more credit in the bank that's been gained here, or if it's just one bad result, everyone turns. Now, if it happens to be one bad result, Flawless. If it happens to be one bad result, I'm going to be cooking.
Vader games.
Wait, say that again. Cooking. One bad result for who? What do you mean?
If it's going to be...
you lot in the chat, don't worry, man. We'll get to United. I've got you lot. But if you lot want to make sure I get to a question, super chat, because me and Vader interrupt each other enough as it is. Sorry, go on, Vader. Carry on.
If it's going to be a case of one bad result, the fan base are going to be so reactionary, like manager out, like questioning all that stuff. Because again, I did a CIA show game week 10. I'm gonna do a show regularly on Sundays, game week 11, and I'm gonna speak on, obviously, win, lose, or draw. We're gonna speak on what's happening. We're gonna apply the certain agenda topics for the key teams that we need to focus on. No disrespect, Flawless, but right now, United aren't a target with regards to the agendas. We'll see how consistent you guys be before we start applying some agendas. But no need to focus on you guys right now. This Liverpool, this Liverpool team, if they're going to be so finicky, that...
Sorry, Sai. Now I was apologizing to Sai because he said I was wrong. It wasn't a 3-1-6. It was a 2-1-0-0-0-0-4. So I apologize. It was that. Sai knows better than me that it wasn't a 3-1-6. That was the Liverpool formation. Sorry, go on, as you were.
But if they're going to be so on the brink of going against the manager, right, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to influence. Trust me. But the matchup's going to be interesting because I think there's a lot that needs to be compensated for at Liverpool right now. Mo's Mo. And I think what Slot was struggling with was finding out, okay, where am I getting the legs from? Where am I getting the pressing from? Because Salah can't do it like he used to. And I think the balance was kind of off. That's why he was putting Szoboszlai everywhere to try to, how can I get this coverage? He wasn't sure how Frimpong and Kirkes could work. And what did he do? He reverted back to type. He reverted back to the players that he had last season. Bradley, and he had Robertson, right? And then obviously new additions in Ekitike, but Wirtz, but look at how he tried to balance things out. The fact that he had Gravenberch, yeah, I'm just saying. So sometimes it's a manager that's got to wait for some health. He's got to wait for players to come back because I believe Gravenberch was a little injured. Maybe that's a big reason. But when you have the players available, he's got what's going. Now, if he plays that exact 11, it is going to be a tough game. Like regardless of what City picks, if Liverpool go with that same starting 11, Ekitike's work rate high. Wirtz put out on that left wing. I think it protects him. I think he's only got to track back and deal with a side of the pitch than he actually does have to do than what he needs to do centrally. I think Slot's probably got the balance right. And Szoboszlai, we know he can run for days. Gravenberch has been good. McAllister, I think maybe of all the players in that midfield, maybe we can get after McAllister. But the balance looks to be right to me. And it's going to be a really good game. I have no idea what Pep's going to do. I think Pep defensively probably goes with the same defense and maybe swaps. No, I think he goes with the exact same defense, to be honest with you. I don't think he brings on Ait Nori, who's our summer signing. I think the midfield is where I'm like, if he's going to drop somebody, I think despite the whole, he was looking really good, I think he might decide, and people are going to be upset. I think he's probably going to go with Nico Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, and I think he goes with Shirky centrally, and he puts Foden right wing, Haaland, and maybe Doku on that left wing. I think that's...
It'd be smart, you go... Yeah,
I'm going a little ahead of myself because I still have Champions League to deal with. I don't know how players are going to be playing, what kind of form I'm going to see. But
it'll be all right.
Oh my gosh, this guy's you're being way too dismissive. No, you're being dismissive. It's not just we'll be all right. We got a tough game. Dortmund's a tough game.
Dortmund's not a tough game. They're not a good side.
They've got Champions League experience. They were in a final just a couple of years ago. I respect them. I'm not going to be dismissive. No, listen, you need to relax. You're on the sidelines. No, you're on the sidelines making things seem like they're easy. You know how difficult it is to play in Europe?
Yeah. I've seen my team win it twice.
Now we're doing Man Museum. Okay, here we go.
You said that you know how difficult it is. I've seen it. I've seen my team reach a European final just last year.
I thought you Men in Black wiped that out of your mind.
I'm just pointing out the fact. That's what it is. Hey, Joshua, the reason why, before you carry on, why you haven't heard anything about United, because the show's not over. That's why. The show ain't over.
Things are back to normal over at United. I'm ready to talk about you. United. Well, that was a very good weekend.
Tough game, yeah. Was Swansea a tough game before we moved to United section?
Swansea was a difficult game to start off with. They scored.
No, I'm not talking about in the game. I'm talking about beforehand. Did you view Swansea as a tough game? Like how you're talking about, we got to get past Swansea.
I didn't think of it as a. I never thought that we would lose that game. I don't like the midweek games just yet because we're trying to find our form.
Maybe Pep should rotate his squad more than
he did. It was very good rotation.
Cherky and that out there.
Had an academy player. We were looking good.
And big up to Craig for the super chat. You gotta be better than to catch me out with the end of the super chat. But big up, just subscribe, share, and like the vid. Appreciate it. Can you all do that, people? You know what I'm saying? Can you all hit the like button? Can you all share this out across all the socials? Can you all subscribe? Also, subscribe to Veta Games TV as well. The link's in the title, people. The link is literally in the title, Veta Games TV. I know some are new here and be like, oh, how can you and Veta talk to each other like that? And I gotta clarify this genuinely. There's no beef. For someone asked, like, you a Veta guy? Veta, that's my guy. Like, we cool. This happens every week, people. Literally every week. This happens every week. And then we back the next week doing the same shit, people, as well. So yeah, in regards to United, Joshua, if you have United questions, let me know. Can we actually talk about good ballers, Cherky, or how about Mbeumo? What do you want to know, Joshua, in regards to Manchester United? I'm sure you know what. Stupid of me. I know you got questions for me on it, so floor's yours.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
on.
yeah. Listen,
I know you have. You got a plethora of questions. Yeah. Who would have thought?
Listen.
Why did you change to the moon? Yo?
What do you mean, Blue Moon? Blue Moon.
Right, okay. Go on. Carry on.
Come on. If you're wondering, if you real quick, that QR code takes you to my channel. If you want to subscribe, make it nice and easy. You can just use your phone. Now, Flawless over at United, man. I don't know the guy by name, but
United Strand. Yeah, with the hair.
All up in a commercial with Patty. Listen, brilliant, beautiful. That's what football's all about. You got to be able to make light. You got to be able to have fun within the moment. I mean, the fact that you guys haven't had five-game win streak, does that illustrate that you guys have really hit? Is that like really hit rock bottom? For the length of time that you haven't been able to win 5 games in a row.
Yeah, I think it's a contributing factor.
And there's,
I think it's a symbol, and because he's done it in the manner, and I've got no issue, by the way, people blaming United Strand. No, like, don't blame him. Yeah, people have blamed him and said, "Oh, he's put." What was the tweet? Someone said about he's putting the players under pressure or something, some rubbish like that. There was some nonsense tweet about it. Yeah. And I'm just saying, I don't blame him in the slightest or anything like that. That's not on him whatsoever. Like, I've been growing my hair since United, I haven't won 5 games. We move. It is what it is. Right? My head don't grow like that. But the point is I'm making is there's no better. But yeah, it's just another indicate. Him not being able to cut his hair because United ain't won 5 games in a row is just a further indicator of Manchester United being poor. That's all it is. It just adds into the argument of people being critical of the players, the team, the manager, the ownership. And it's more so I use this word in particular talking to you about all the time when I'm talking about United intent. If we fall short, but we actually aim to be the best, I'm much less critical. If you try to be the best, that's happened before. You're not going to win every year, but the intent is, where's the intent to get better? That's
now,
where my issue.
I like that. I like that. Now that you talk about the intent, you're seeing the intent. Despite the result this weekend, you're seeing the intent from the players.
It's been better from the players. It has been better from the players. Yes.
You don't think it's also been better from the manager?
Not this last one, no. Not this last game. Absolutely not. Not this last game. Disgusted. Oh yeah, you lot are really new here. Mad. Yes, I'm having him out. That's how I know you're new here. Yes, I'm having him out.
Crazy.
Intent.
I'm hammering out as well. As a rival, I am hammering out.
Yeah, he's hammering out, but he's also out to know because you're also out Arteta out. So yeah, we ain't dealing with all that. Even though he's kind of performing well now, but he's kind of doing well now, yo. He's kind of doing well now. I can't lie, yo. But I have to get on that Arteta out bandwagon, yo. Like, he's kind of doing all right there, right?
So Flawless, I'm gonna treat you the way you treated me with regards to Amarin. If you start turning and being Arteta out, I'm gonna be like, no, you can't join. No, I've been here.
It's not your club.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No. It's not about. Listen. No, you cannot be Amarin. You cannot be the one saying no. You can't join Amarin out. I'm gonna be the one. No, you can't join the Arteta out.
You're on your train on a different network.
You can't be Arteta out. No. I've been telling you for a while now. Arteta out. You didn't want to listen. I don't know. You ain't
saying.
See, I'm gonna remind the world you were Arteta in. You brought this on yourself. But listen, a lot of season to go.
It's your bald-headed demon of a manager needs to pattern up and stop managing like an idiot, and then it don't happen, does it? If you don't do what you're supposed to, it don't happen.
I didn't have a record transfer summer.
Yeah, record transfer hype. You've got
I didn't buy enough.
You got
No,
the
I didn't buy
chef
enough
over there with all the ingredients.
I didn't buy enough.
He
I didn't
can
buy
work with
enough.
any word to you. He can. It's not pet players. He can work with all players. So hey,
Yeah.
work with them players and go win the league. Then
He can
you
work
got
with
the
all
robot
players,
over
but
there. You got the robot, man. You got the robot. Yeah, yeah.
I
All
didn't
that
buy
stuff.
enough. But we got time. We got time. We'll see what we do in the January transfer window.
Oh yeah,
But
just spend more money. Sure, as you were.
this
Sort of his bars. That's why I said that.
yeah, this guy. When it comes down to United, I think you are seeing the intent. I do think you're seeing the intent. I know you want to be critical, and I'll ask you what the manager could have done better in the game, but I think you're seeing the players play for him. I don't think we can question that. I think the players that he's quote unquote trusting, I don't think you can really criticize it too much. If you want to do the tactical, he should have done things sooner. But I think the players that he's like, you know what, they're following this system. Now, how they came out the second half, disastrous. Like the succession in terms of goals, even the energy, even how they, relinquish control so early after the second half. Do you put that on him? I don't know. Do you question his decisions, his subs, his tactics later in the game? Absolutely. But you're seeing the players play for him. And his starting 11 or his choice in 11, 12, 13 players, what you got issues with? Because I'm curious to know.
So in regards to it from the overall, I'll start with the overall perspective. You talk about like Pep and like him being the bank. You know what I'm saying? He then buys in a Street Fighter with the money on it and it's his face printed on it. So the reason why you lot can go 1-12 and you're not up in arms and the majority of your fan base is not up in arms, and why I'm not questioning why you're not questioning the manager because he's Pep and he is the bank. Whereas this manager's been in a negative. Like all of the wrongs he's done, I still take all those into mind and into consideration because of the bad job he's done. Same way on the flip side, if he had done a great job and he has a bad couple weeks or a bad couple games, I'm like, all right, that's an anomaly. This is the norm. When my criticism lies for this game is, granted, I don't think he was most at fault for the draw. I put it mostly on the players. 3 bad minutes cost us the game from a defensive standpoint. If we defend, and that's nothing to do with the manager. Let me clarify this. I know there might be some hammering in the chat, but we drew, so there's probably not. That's not on the manager. That bad 3 minutes, I look at us from a defensive standpoint, people. Like it's Delo for the second. Well, it's Delit and Delo. They're the two I look for the second goal. And the team overall, and I talk about this in regards to decision making and managing games. And Manchester United struggle as a team to manage games. That falls on the players. The manager's also not clear of criticism, but I'm looking at the players to manage the game. We know we're 1-0 up. Forest are going to go for this in the second half. Don't concede early. We then concede early. You know what? You don't concede again. Break up the play. Hey, Lamens, hit the deck. Get the physios on. Oh, I got cramp. Oh, my knee, my shin, my arm, hey, my hand, whatever the case may be. Kill the clock. Or just put some passes together. Not even going anywhere. Just put 10, 15 passes together. You don't even necessarily have to go forward. We then concede the second. So that's on us. Because from a defensive standpoint, overall, we was fine. Attacking as a unit, we were poor. I watched Lyrical on this show last week about the Brighton game and how the Brighton players, the Brighton result, our front three did the business. And they were the major difference in the game. They were terrible in the game. Cunha went at it. Bremo went at it. Sesko went at it. Ahmad went at it. They're our main four. I actually thought Bruno and Casemiro were very good. My man of the matches in the game. You can pick whichever one you want. Then, because it's not going well on the pitch, you know what I'm looking for? My manager on the dugout on the touchline to impact the game. Our attack hasn't been working for 60, 65, 70 minutes. Change it from a personnel standpoint or change it from a tactical standpoint or both. He did nothing. If we was playing now, it's Wednesday. The game was Saturday. So if we were still playing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days, that manager would still have them out there. And what's crazy is on the watch along, make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra, everyone here. Sai, shout, who was in the chat earlier, asked me, Flawless, why don't you think Manchester United? Why? And again, people don't listen. Vader, did I not say that I blame the manager the least for the goals we conceded? All right, cool. But people just really just don't want to listen. I literally said, and check my match, I blame the manager the least for the result, but he's not exempt of blame. I look at the players more. Well, and again, Carl, blame the manager. But when the manager does well, it's all praise him and did and all this type of stuff. But that's neither here nor there. I'm looking for my manager from a tactical standpoint or a technical standpoint, tactical or personnel standpoint to change it. He did nothing. And Sai then asked me on, yo, why don't you think, Flawless, why don't you think that United can finish top 5, top 6 or do well? Because I think this manager's a detriment. Because he's just relying on individual quality. And then you know what happened later on that night when I'm doing a show? Quotes of Amorim came out. And he said, this is paraphrasing, but he said along the lines of, I am hoping that one of my players who's having his off game does something out there. So he's just waiting on Cunha, Embremo, Sesko, Ahmad to win us the game. What I said to Sai before, I didn't see his quotes. And then I hear that later. I'm like, all right, cool. So all he did in the game was change a centre-back for a centre-back and a wing-back for a wing-back. All right, cool.
Yeah, but is he saying that he just wants their form to improve, not necessarily asking for a heroic moment from them?
He said, I am hoping that one of the players who's having an off game does something. So he can identify that Embremo, Cunha, and Sesko, I just use those three, are not at it. And he does nothing to change it. And even if
would he get killed? Would he not get killed for dropping them?
No, have to drop them, substitute them. No, you wouldn't get killed.
So if you're chasing a goal or chasing the win, if he were to substitute those three players, because again, if you think of the quality that you had last season, these players being brought in, you don't think the way the fan base is, and I know you're gonna say, I don't care what the fans say, but
talk about
even the attending, right, people in the stands, do you think if he were to take off those players, that he
because they were not people with sense because they were playing poorly.
Okay.
Because the people can look to the chances created. I'll do that, even though I think that is, again, Cal, this is nonsense. Flawless. See you saying again, manager needs to change. He knows his best players on the pitch. That in there lies the problem. That he manages like that. This is relying on individual quality because there's going to come a time where your best players are not at it. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, there'll come a time where your best attacking players are not at it. Whether it's they're just having an off day, whether it's the personnel, whether it's the opposition you're facing Nottingham Forest in a low block. You know what you need? Creativity. What do you have on the bench? Creativity.
Who would you have subbed on? I would have
put on Maino and Xerxes. And I'll go one further, so man don't think I'm being biased. If he would have put on Mount, even though I don't rate him, I would have been like, first, at least you try. It goes back to intent. Affect the game. He did nothing to try and affect the game. He might as well have given me the sheet of paper and said, right, here's the 11. Do these 2 subs and that's it. That's all.
But I know it was like
every manager don't depend on their best players, Carl. No, they don't. No, that's incorrect. That is incorrect. They don't just solely rely on it. Managers have systems. Managers have tactics to do this. No, they don't. Pep don't solely rely on them. Like what we talking about? Pep don't solely rely on it. How do I get Haaland into these situations? You think it's just Haaland alone? You just put him out there and Haaland just gets all these goals on one-on-ones by himself?
No, but this is where I was going to get to.
Here's where I kill it dead. If Amorim's at Manchester City, does Haaland perform like how he performs?
Oh, heaven forbid.
That's to you, Vader. That's to you, Carl, and that's to everybody in the chat. Question for all. This is question time. This is question. So I ask the question again. This is to everyone in the chat, no matter who you support. If Amorim at Manchester City this season, same players, does Haaland score the amount of goals that he scores and looks as good as he does?
Boo. Nah, I'm not entertaining this. Nah.
Okay, so do you keep saying so? Is Vader saying no? I'm saying, yeah, I think Amorim's the greatest of all time. So yeah, he would have scored more.
Listen, I'm hammering out. No.
Dom saying no. Sam saying no. I just say, hey, everyone in the chat, please pitch in on this, even if you're not active. I genuinely need to get the gauge of this.
listen.
So there's a reason for that. So when you have fans talking about all managers rely on their best players, what are we doing out here? Because if that's the case, there would be no managers, and it would just be get the best players, and you'll do fine.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I know, Amarin. Hey, I'm with you, Amarin out. But I think there might be a case of.
Hey, Kyle, before you carry on, Kyle, answer my question, please. If Amarin was at Manchester City, does Haaland score the amount of goals he's got so far this season and perform the same way? Simple yes or no, Kyle. Simple yes or no. There we go.
It's most likely.
Don't the question. If you don't understand, I'll ask it you again, Kyle.
It's most likely no, because he's not going to score the same way, because he's going to implement a different system. Like and on top of that, we can't. We also.
Your thoughts on this, Vail? I want to hear before I respond. I want to hear your thoughts. So Kyle's saying if Amarin was at Manchester City managing, Haaland would look this good and score the amount of goals he scored. Your thoughts, Vail?
Now, if he's saying yes to scoring the same amount of goals, I kind of hear him on that one. But I don't think
why can't you agree with him on that one?
I can agree with the goal scoring, the amount of goal scoring, but I can't agree that he would look like this.
So the reason why Amarin scores the amount of goals, not Amarin.
I think Haaland may. Haaland's a freak. He scores everywhere he goes.
Let me just double check this. I'm gonna see how many goals Haaland's actually got. 1 second.
Haaland's at 13 goals. He's at 13 goals.
Actually pull this up. He scored more than 13 though, across all comps.
Oh, I don't know across all comps. Maybe 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, he's got 13 in 10 in the league, and in Europe, he's got 4 in the 3. So he's currently got 17 goals in 13 games. So Kyle's telling us here he's 17. So Kyle's telling us here if Amarim was at Manchester City, Haaland looks this good and scores the same amount of goals he scored so far this season. Okay. All right.
Cal, you're entitled to your opinion. I think he scores the same amount of goals. I don't think he looks this good.
Wrong, Cal.
No, I'm not doing that. Don't put words in my mouth. But I would say Amarin is also the same manager.
Her personality is better than her looks. Sorry, go on. My bad. Sorry, go on.
Amarin is also the same manager, though, Flawless, who got Gyökeres scoring all those goals. So we do kind of have some evidence of him getting goals out of a striker, but I think it would look different, but I think Haaland would still score. The thing that I want to point out, yes, he did like for like subs, right? Center back, didn't change what he was doing. But we know that managers on the sideline, we know they're barking out orders. They're saying, adjust this, put yourself here. So it may not have looked with regards to the subs, and again, I'm with you, Amarin out, but he may have tried to have those tactics, those change of instructions for the team. Now, and I said this, you kind of disagree. I think Amarin is the interim manager. I think for how loud everybody was with Amarin, get out of my club, and the fact that Ineos said they're going to wait for these 3 games, the fact that he got the wins, everything's kind of quieted it down a little bit. Some people are doing.
Do you agree with this? Flawless because of Haaland City are playing good over attackers are not doing shit.
Because of Haaland City are playing good.
You're saying your other attackers are doing nothing. They're all playing terrible. Do you agree with this?
No, our other attackers are looking to feed Haaland. So you need to type more to actually be accurate with that, Cal. But I think Haaland is making our attack look a lot better because of just how deadly he is, and our attackers are looking to feed him first.
He reckons he's saying Amarim can do what Pep's doing.
Yeah, I know what he's trying to say. I happen to disagree. I'm so glad that Amarin chose to go over there.
Say that last thing again. You happy about what? Say that last point again. You happy what?
Again, I'm Amarin out, but I'm glad that Amarin decided to go over at
that
side.
He's saying City's second highest scorer in his own goals. Yeah. He's saying your attack is terrible because of this. You having a conversation with Beta Kyle, not me.
He's not saying that the attack is terrible. Did he say terrible?
He said that. He said the attack shit. He said the other attackers are not doing shit. He said that in the last comment. Wait, 1 sec. I'll pull it back up for you. You clearly did read. I start reading it out. 1 second. He literally just said that. Hold up. There you go. Other attackers are not doing shit. That's what he said.
Yeah, but if with regards to goal scoring, I would agree.
I think he's saying overall. That's what he's saying. Because
we are creating so much. Again, I'm Canadian. I don't really watch the sport like that, but there's something called the NHL. It's hockey. They count assists 2 passes. So there's the pass, and then there's a pass to the goal. A lot of our attackers are creating those opportunities, and they're often the pass before the final pass for the assist. All right? Look at Shirky, for example. Shirky gave that pass to Foden. Foden released that pass to O'Reilly. O'Reilly scored. I see how our attack is clicking and getting things popping, and it's not always the assist. The same way I was quick to say, Saka didn't quite have the G&A, but I know that he's important to the team over at Arsenal. Doku, for example, may not be that assist pass, but him cutting across, laying it off, and then there's another pass or a lob over to Haaland to score. I see it. I can't say our attackers are crap, but we are looking to feed Haaland. And when you decide to take Haaland out of the mix, I think our attackers are going to step up and get the goals. Over at United, again, you guys aren't complete. Confidence, I think confidence raised a little bit. The manager got a little bit of people kind of like, relax, let this guy try to do his thing. And you guys just need a little more.
How am I being funny by your commenting on City? So it makes sense to have to talk and ask your questions to the City representative. Does that not make sense? How am I being funny? You're saying apart from Haaland, no one is clicking Foden is so overrated.
Oh, no. See, no, he's trying to trigger me. Foden's not overrated. Let's not do that.
He reckons Amarim's the level of Pep.
Yeah, he's being silly. Cal, let us know in the chat. What have you been sipping on? What are you? Have you been out in the sun too long? What's going on? Let us know. Amarin and Pep, never should be in the same convo. Never should be in the same sentence.
He said, this is why I asked the question. He said Amarim could do what Pep's done so far this season. And Haaland could score the same amount of goals, probably more, because he reckons I'm guessing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carl. That Amarim will get more out of the other attackers, not just Haaland at City, right? I'm just guessing.
Maybe. But
maybe he thinks that. That's why I'm asking.
You know what's interesting though, and I'm not having the manager talk just yet, Cal. Everybody in the chat, but I've been saying this. It happened. The game happened today. I wasn't able to watch because I was spending more time watching my ops.
I thought him a troll and a rage bait. It's mad.
That's crazy. I was spending more time watching my ops. I got to see how Liverpool are playing because after Dortmund, I played Liverpool, so I was spending my time watching that game. But listen, I'm watching. I'm seeing Vincent Kompany and what he's doing over there in the Bundesliga. I'm seeing what he's doing over there with that style of play and with that team. The pressure. We know the pressure. Bundesliga, it is what it is. But for Bayern Munich, we know the demands are so high, and he's got to deal with that pressure because everything relates back to Champions League. Flawless is quick to tell me. Everything over there, the league, you're supposed to lock that up. He's got 15 games in a row. He's supposed to do that.
No.
Champions League.
No, kill the last part, but the rest of it, yeah. The 15 games in a row. I didn't say that.
No. But the dominance in that league.
Yeah, he's supposed to, yes. If you're a Bayern Munich manager, top of the list.
No, and this is what I'm saying. Top of the list. And flawless. There's been other top managers out there, and they have not had this start. This is why I'm saying the ratings for Kompany need to be
I'm
there.
with you, man. Because it means
he's doing well.
I'm with you.
He's doing more than doing well. 15 in a row.
You know what? You're right. He's doing exceptional. Exceptional. And I hope it continues into the Champions League because it means you are one of the other English teams don't win the Champions League. Come with it. How am I going too far?
No, now you're going too far.
Would it not be weird if I wanted the English team to win the champs? Would that not be strange?
Yeah, we don't need to talk. No, but the thing is, you can save that convo for when we get into April. Relax on that. We don't need to go and talk about that.
No. I'm concerned about that now.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah, what you mean? Because there's a good chance one of you lot.
You got more important concerns.
I don't.
Get into Europe again. All right.
No, that's not okay. No, that's on a separate. See that? That's on a separate page. Misery loves company. So I need you lot this season down in the dumps. You feel me? At that. You lot might not win nothing again, which is great. You didn't win nothing last year, did you?
Okay, we're not going to have this conversation again.
No, you're
disrespectful. No, you're disrespectful of all competitions. I'm not disrespectful.
I am not disrespectful of all comps. That is a myth.
No, you are. How? You are. I happen to win the Community Shield, and you don't recognize it.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the Carabao Cup. Oh, yeah, man. You won the Shield. Captain America.
Like I said, you are disrespectful.
Canada, man. That's what it is, man. Canada over there. The Community Shield, yeah.
You are disrespectful of competition. See, I told you. We got him. So what I'm gonna do is we gotta make sure that we get back to winning ways. United not getting back to their winning ways, we can be comfortable with that. Flawless can answer all the questions with regards to Amarin, who might be next. But again, and I ask you this, Flawless, he would never do it. He would never do it. But would you want Vincent Kompany?
Depends how he does this season.
Do you still want to see more?
I gotta see how you asking me to rate the film. I gotta see how the film ends. If he goes and I not even necessarily win the Champions League, but let's say he gets knocked out in the semi-final, but he does a phenomenal job. I'll go, all right, there's something there.
Because
there's something there.
What he does in the Bundesliga, you could care less. You're just gonna rate. Rate.
The Bundesliga matters, yes, but it can't be the be all and end all. If you have to be horrible as a Bayern Munich manager to not win. Jez, if you're in the chat, let me know if you disagree with this, because you know the Bundesliga better than me. To me, you have to be absolutely horrible to be Bayern Munich manager and not win the Bundesliga. I don't think that's the case for the Premier League, like at City or Liverpool.
But regardless of winning, let's take winning aside, because I know how you like style of play, right? I know how you like your results as well. It's not a diss. It's not a criticism.
No, it's not. Right? It just looks like one. But yeah, go on. It just looks and sounds like one. It's actually not a diss, but it looks and sounds like one, yo. Like, there's a little too much spice with this, yo. This guy's smiling this shit, yo. Your smile is a diss. That's enough, yo. You didn't even say that, bro.
I'm just saying.
Diss, yo, like,
You know how you want your style of play.
You finish laughing, you absolute fucking joke, man. Jez, I was saying, if you have to be horrible as a manager if you don't win the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich, or is that too far? Is that a stress?
Oh man,
is that a stress?
No, I think
if you're asking me why I criticize Amarim, you clearly don't watch my content. So I got nothing else to say to you.
Hey, Cal, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the show. Subscribe. You'll be able to hear more of what Flawless has to say with regards to Amarin.
Really, don't if he's asking me that, because Cal's not new here. That's the craziest part.
Well, maybe Cal's been a little busy. Maybe he's kind of forgotten.
He's been here since we started winning. He's been back. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
But I'm gonna ask it. It's early days, and I know you want to see more. You're gonna probably use what you see.
Because I don't get to watch them like that, so it'd be unfair of me. Yeah. I don't get to watch them. I don't watch the Bundesliga like that.
Yeah, no.
So Champions League, I'm looking at how do you manage it? Not necessarily win, manage.
So your choice today was to watch the Liverpool game, obviously, right?
Yeah, Liverpool Madrid. Yeah.
Okay, because Bayern was playing PSG.
If Bayern PSG if it was any other fixture, I would have picked that.
Yeah. Hear it.
Don't they play Arsenal soon? Is it Arsenal?
Yeah, I think their next game is Arsenal.
Yeah, they play Arsenal soon.
Yeah, I think their next game might be Arsenal. So, and I think after we play Dortmund, I think our next game's Real.
Yeah,
I think.
Champs. Also, just
blessings. But this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm in a couple of different places.
Over there.
I don't know if I want Kompany to follow Pep. I don't know if I want that. Maybe depending, because again, Bayern just locked them up till 2029. So Pep's got this year and next year. Then that's it. If it's going to be 2026, 2027, I don't know who might be in that gap. But the way Kompany's managing right now, some of the behind the scenes, some of the quotes, his press conference is carrying himself. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. And I just wanted to ask a question, if what he's doing over there, and you want to see more before he does that.
Because like I said, it's just because that's not a shot at him. We've only 2.5 months into the season. Now, if this continues like this, I might have to look at it and go, oh shit. Kind of like I did with Dembele. I was critical of Dembele like I am Doku. Dembele turned it around last season.
Yeah.
Best player in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's he's had the attributes. So it's just like
you know what it is. Yeah. I'm very reluctant. I'm very reluctant to write players off. I kinda.
No, Doku has it. Like I said, it's the final action.
Yeah.
You can go past, like you never hear me say, "Oh, he can't dribble, he can't do anything." The criticism probably just like yours. It just sounds bad because it's coming from me, which I've noticed. I don't know. I think it's a north thing. I think it's because I'm from the north of England. Because troops get rattled when I say certain shit. Maybe I think it is, but I can't help. This is a Manc accent. Like, this is what it is.
No, not necessarily your accent, but like kind of like your tone, your delivery.
But my delivery and tone is always the same.
Nah,
you don't change.
You know how you kind of said. You know, you kind of said there's a little smile when I was talking. It kind of looks like a shot,
little
but
smile.
It's not a shot.
Use a big ass smile.
Do that, yeah, but you do that too. I watch what you do. You're not gonna fool Cal and Dom and act like you ain't a sniper out here. Relax with that. Listen, we're gonna have this convo again. I think I'm trying to think of my week now. We play, obviously. Let's try. If I have to I'll give you my prediction now with regards to Champions League. Champions League, I think we can come out of there.
Yeah.
Come out of there with a 3-1. Yeah, I think it could be a 3-1 versus Dortmund.
Oh, it's at home. I thought it was away. It's at your place.
Yeah, it's at home. And then it's going to be a turnaround. This game's going to be so stressful. I'm going to give you the prediction now, even though I don't know the lineup, even though I don't know how we played versus Dortmund. But if I were to guess versus Liverpool, I think it's going to be a disgusting, stressed 3-2.
Reckon that many goals? 3-2.
Yeah, I think I think there's gonna be mistakes. I think there's gonna be like frantic, nervous. I'm seeing a 3-2 right now. That might change. Whoa!
Benjamin Sesko, man. Benjamin Sesko.
That's my cue. That's my cue because
this
guy's had way too many errors tonight. So listen, people.
I've been on smoke tonight. But shout out your channel, let them know where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Listen, I'm trying to keep up. All right, people. I'm trying to give you something different. All right, that QR code, that ain't fake. That ain't a slip up. That will take you directly to Vader Games TV, the YouTube channel. You see that? If you're not subscribed, you hit that subscribe button. Anybody in the chat that's not subscribed, click on that QR code right now, and you'll see that number change. I'm gonna give you a second. Click on that QR code. Click on it right now. Hit it, and then you'll see. And then say that you subscribe in the chat, and I'll shout you out. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna wait for you guys. Show some love. Don't be fraudulent and then unsubscribe. I don't want to see that number go down. Subscribe. Let me see the number go up. Don't do that to Vader Games. Don't do that, please. Now, QR code's there. Then my next show, my next show is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to do another 115. I did a show today, 115. I talked about what Pep's cooking. We talked about it a little bit today. Shirky, Foden, Gonzalez. I got to add Doku on that. And I did a little bit of a breakdown. I showed how we're switching things up. Actually, and I got to make sure I didn't get a copy strike on that one, so let me double check on that. But I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a show tomorrow on Haaland's mentality. His press conference was amazing, and I'm not gassing it, but when you have a player that's like, listen, I know I'm good, but I want to be better. That's what you want to hear. He knows exactly how people talk about him. And a few things, even with regards to his celebration, him doing the robot. He's on these social platforms. He hears people. He sees the emojis. He's a robot.
Shout out Vegas channel on your Twitter or something. Man. What's wrong with you, man? This guy supports heavy. Like, yo, shout man out.
Haaland, we got time. We'll link up. We'll do some collabos. We'll have my agent talk to the same agent that Flawless talks to, and we'll get these crossovers going. But yeah, man, Vader Games TV. The QR code will take you to the channel. I'll see the numbers up when you're there. I got 2 subscribers as we were doing the show, so blessed to everybody.
That. Hey, you lot, please hear me. If there's one thing, whether you disagreed with me pretty much the entire stream, what I need you lot to do, hear me good, subscribe to Vader's channel. Because the fact that he doesn't have more subscribers is criminal. So go subscribe to Vader Games TV. Literally, the link is in the title. The link's underneath in the description of every live stream as well, people. It's on the featured channel page. Go support my family tree right there over in Canada. Go support. I don't care if you're a City fan, United fan, whatever. If you're new here, subscribe to Vader Games TV. Make sure you do so. Vader, blessings, man. Every time, man. Love every time.
Man, we'll talk.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I shout you, yeah. Every time. Blessings, Vader. And big up to Gunner for the raid as well, man. I know Gunner raided. Shout out to Gunner for the raid every single time. But you lot, these likes ain't liking before I close out. And I know there's new people in the chat. Obviously, when I'm on with people, so whether it's Veta or others, for those that choose to stay and are new here, I don't get to the chat as much, but I run solo Q&As where I interact with the chat people. I interact with the chat solely. So it'd be me just like this, like I'm going to do now for the next 20 minutes or so to get to the questions for you lot. Because that's how much I fucks with the community, people. Genuinely do fucks with you lot, like all the sarcasm citizens. But what I need you lot to do is run up these likes. Because there's over 250 of you lot in here, and we're at 61 likes. I need triple digits. Triple digits. When you're in the city of sarcasm, you pay the tax, people. You pay the tax. And the tax is free. Where else? What other city is the tax free? All I need you lot to do is hit the like button and subscribe. That's it, man. Hit the like button and subscribe. Hey, Dom, hope to see you back. Big up, blessings every single time, man. Big up, man. Great debate. Enjoyed it. Love that. Hit the like button. Please subscribe. Subscribe to Veta Games TV as well. But like I said, pay the tax, people, when you enter the city. Some of you lot live here, have houses here and stuff like that, and flats and apartments and all them things in the city of sarcasm. Pay the tax. Hit the like button. I put the poll on. Did I actually? Yeah, I did. So yeah, the like should be going up because we're only at 63. And the subscribers should be going up because I know some of you lot are new. Because we're at 15,894. I need 6 more subscribers, people, to get us to 15,900. I need to be just above double digits away from 16K. All right, let me get to the chat. Let's see what you lot are saying. Of course, you want your comment to take priority, super chat people as well. Kyle said this. I didn't want to get to it because I didn't want to interrupt Veta. Flawless, you always blame me. Other opponents, teams, fans who talk here will run, then you don't question them. Double standards. Question who? I'm lost at this. Say this comment again, Cal. Because I'm lost. I just don't understand. I'm a bit confused. I'm befuddled. That's all. Let's see what else you lot are saying as well in the chat. And Bremo, bad boy to Joshua. And Bremo, Cunha, bad boys. Absolutely. Bad boys, without doubt. And I was saying it to Veta, and we veered off in different conversations as well. But I mentioned it on my match reaction. Why I was critical of why I'm critical of the manager. Man did nothing to impact the game. Did absolutely nothing to impact the game. Zero. It's like just there. Centre back for a centre back, wing back for a wing back. And it's a game we could have won. Granted, our attack was not on it, and they played poorly. Granted, defensively, that 3 minutes, we were woeful. But outside of that, that was it. I love that side. Flawless, my brother's marriage went well, so tired as hell. Love that, man. Glad it went well. Congrats to your bro and his newlywed as well. Love that. Love that. But see, now Veta's not here. You lot ain't got no questions. What is going on? But you lot had to ask questions when me and Veta was going back and forth. Like, what's wrong with you lot? Huh? What's going on with you lot? Let's see what else. What are you saying? Who else is it? Oh, yeah, I seen what you said before, nephew, as well, about Kyle saying about the top 5 managers. Yeah, well, now he's gone. I don't think he's here, but he'll be back. He'll be back, 100%. Without doubt. If you guys had the same energy for Amarim like they have for the 5 games in a row, guy, maybe we go somewhere. What was that, Jez? Did you put the comment in or did someone else? What did he get criticized for? What was the actual critique of him? What was the criticism? People saying he's putting negative energy on the team or some bullshit. Is that what people were saying? Never heard so much foolishness in my life. Let me know before I close out. And actually, that being said, make sure as well you lot were available on all audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. So wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and this show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows, the gaming and members content is all available, people. All available on so. Go to Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow and 5-star us. Yeah, I seen Bear Man get onto him. United fans going at him saying he putting pressure on the manager with what he's doing. Good. Good. The manager should be under pressure to win 5 games. And it shouldn't be because if somebody's going to cut their hair or not. Good. I'm glad. 100%. Without doubt. Hey, Eli, my bro. Hope you're blessed. Hope you're good, man. It's all good. Watch it back. Entertaining. Flawless. I'm here every time. Some of the team's fans on your panel will go missing when there is a big game. Some of the team's fans. Who goes missing on the panel? Name him. Who goes missing? Tell me who. Who goes missing? Tell me. Hey, blessings, Eli, man. All blessed. Always good to see you, man. Keep killing it on Sheik's channel. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. Mod Brothers are there. That's family over there. So make sure you do so. Apparently, you got some shit in person too. Yeah, he went to a game and on his case, the manager, your manager of Manchester United. Yes, 110%. You should be under pressure to win games. I'm glad. It's not unnecessary pressure. Win football matches. That's what you're employed to do. And you haven't won enough of them. Hence why somebody can do a 5-game challenge and their hair can look like that. It's so massive. What are we doing? How about win some games? Just do that. All right. So you want to throw? So you don't want to say? I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not a mind reader. So I have no idea who was here who's not here on the panel when their team's not losing. So I don't know who you're talking about. So can't comment, Cal. Really can't. Hey, you lot in the chat. We can have debates and back and forth about anything, but we gotta be open and honest about shit. So is what it is. So yeah, I can't comment, Cal. So why bring it up? You already know, Eli. Let's get Flawless to 100 likes before we close this out, my brethren. Pay the city tax and hit that like. See, name names. Like something's gonna happen. Like we just gonna discuss it. But there's no one. That's why you just making stuff up. So it is. There ain't nobody who's been ducking streams. Nobody. No, all this because Amarim's terrible. That's all it is, Jess. All of this because Amarim's terrible. See how people start talking about extra stuff and all this random stuff and all this stuff, nothing to do. How about you win more matches? Why did it take you 36 games to win 3 in a row? Took you nearly a full Premier League season to win 3 matches in a row. Why is that not a discussion? Because people don't want to talk about them things. Why is your win rate so low? Why do you finish 5th deep? But hey, we move. Oh, here we go. Okay, against Palace. Palace, I'm guessing. Liverpool fan not there. And today he's not there. And Tony. All right, so this is where I killed is dead for you. I love this. This is why I love people when people talk. Because now we going to get someone against Palace. What was the Palace game? Let me just double check. Bear with me. I'm just going into the archives. I've got this. This is going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Oh, I love when people say this type of shit. Give me one moment, people. Where we at? Palace. Hold up. Where the fuck is the Palace game? Did I even do the Palace game? I didn't do the... Wait, did I do the Palace game? I'm looking here. I had to go double check. I'm just on the extra channel right now. When did Liverpool play Palace? I didn't even do the Palace game. Let me double check. I didn't do the Palace game. What game was on that day? Someone tell me. Jog my memory. What game was on that day? Because I don't think I did the Palace game. I'm looking here. Bear with me. Where are we at? Someone jog my memory. You did. Oh, the cup. Oh, it's Carabao Cup. All right, cool. I was looking in the wrong place. 1 second. Why can't I find it? Bear with me. What else? What is going on? Bear with me. I'm just flicking channel. I cannot find that. Hold up. I'll make sure. See, people, this is what goes into doing your due diligence. There we go. Oh, yeah, I did. Liverpool Palace. Bear with me. I'm just looking for it right now. Just pulling up the live chat. Run up the likes. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra as well, people. Make sure. Sarcasm City. Okay, so this is why I was double checking. So, in regards to it, I got it, man. Their content in the archives. That's why I was locked. Don't worry, man. I was just doing my due diligence. To get to this nonsense because, yeah, this is going to be crazy. So, against Palace, Liverpool fan not there. Sai was there, not only in the chat, he also joined the stream as well. So, he was busy. Today, he's not there. He literally told us that this is why people don't pay attention beforehand. He's at his brother's wedding. He told us this last week. Last week, he told us this. I won't be there for the Real Madrid. I won't be there for the Real Madrid game. The Palace game, he was busy, even though he joined and was still in the chat. And this is where I'm going to kill it dead with the Tony. Tony's no longer on the channel. Now what, Carl? That's why you haven't seen Tony, because Tony's no longer on the channel. Shout out to Tony. We cool and everything. Me and Tony, cool. No issues whatsoever. Make sure you subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner TV. But Tony's no longer a part of that show. So that's why you haven't seen Tony. I love when people be talking about stuff they don't know about. Love when people don't be talking and don't know what they are talking about. So Palace, he joined. Palace, he was in the chat. He also told he was going to be busy. And then today, he told us from last week, I'm at my brother's wedding. And he's also been there for other Liverpool losses. Also, 2 days later, he was on the members Q&A where he couldn't make Palace Liverpool. And he's been here after it as well. Because he's here all the time. Watch-alongs and members Q&As. And again, Tony's no longer a part of the United Arsenal show. That's why you've not seen Tony. Let me clarify this. No beef, no issues. Tony's still my guy. Make sure you subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner TV. Now what, Carl? Dispel these things quick. Because you're observant, I'm observant too. Now what? Now what? Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. Are Manchester United getting top 4? No. Not a prayer with this manager. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Not a chance with this manager are we getting top 4. No. So who's running? Don't worry, I'll wait. No, you know what I'm saying? Class observation. That's why when he said Tony, I'm like, that's beautiful because people be talking about stuff they don't know about. We be talking about Sarcasm City TV like I don't run this shit. That's what's beautiful. Because nobody knows that Tony's not a part of the show. Apart from me, TJ, and Dunsey. They're the only people who know. Who knew. Obviously, I've told you lot now. But Sai's always here. But man just want to pinpoint, why was he not there today? Because he told us beforehand, I'm at my brother's wedding. And he's in the chat now and said, my brother's wedding went well. Now what? He also told us the Palace game, I'm not going to be around as much. Because you don't have to be around every watch along. That's the thing. Let me just clarify that for the people. You see the people you see on watch alongs with me, people. None of them have to be there. The shows I do like this, that's where they have to be there. That's where it is. What are we talking about here? Why is it convenient? So you're wrong. Where did he duck? Tell me where he ducked. What stream did he duck? And what about Tony, Cal? Don't ignore that. What about Tony? Because you mentioned Tony. So what about it? We're not just bypassing that. Been here for all the games, and you don't have to be here, by the way. It's not like my weekly shows, like me and Vader, that's on. I put the link and people can join if they wish to join. Sai's been on multiple Liverpool watch-alongs. It's not convenient. It's his brother's wedding. You think his brother proposed to, you know what I'm saying, his newlywed and said, hey, you know what? And Sai went, hey, make sure you propose to when Liverpool are playing Real Madrid so I don't have to be on Sarcasm City TV. And what about Tony, Cal? What about Tony? You mentioned Tony. Don't hit us with that I don't know about Tony. You said it with chest, so you was wrong then. So you was wrong. That's what it is. You mentioned Tony, so you was wrong. So you was talking nonsense. Because you mentioned it here. He's not here, and Tony. So you was wrong about Tony then. You said Tony's not here because when Arsenal do bad, Tony's not been a part of the show for a number of weeks now. And again, let me just clarify this. Nobody is obligated to win. I mean, nobody's obligated to be on the watch-alongs. If nobody showed up, I'd still run them. These shows are where there's obligations and there's been conversations. I've never said to Jez, hey, Jez, make sure you join such and such. Side, make sure you join such and such. So his brother's wedding and the Palace game where he was busy. Where people get busy. I miss games. Was I ducking? I've missed certain United games. Was I ducking? Last season, I missed a couple. Only a couple. Was I ducking? Or is it like, no, you just missed it because you was busy? Because people get busy. All right, man. Like Sai here on regular shows. Not regular shows, but he's here now. He's in the chat. Oh, he's in the chat before. But no, it's people. All this is being said rather than aiming the criticism and accountability at Amorim. No, it's that. Oh, yeah. Fulham. I miss Fulham. I forgot. Thank you, nephew. I miss Fulham. Sorry, I was busy. I miss Fulham. Was I ducking? Or did I tell you lot beforehand, hey, I'm not going to be around for the Fulham match? Like Sai said, hey, you man, I'm not going to be around. It's my brother's wedding. All right. Like I've told you, man, hey, I'm not doing the FA Cup final. It did. Not my liquor out my hand. Bruno's pen. Because for those that don't know, I was round the corner at Carnival. Because for those that don't know, Notting Hill Carnival in London is in West London. So it's not too far from Craven Cottage. And Bruno's pen, not my liquor out my hand, you know. Mad thing. Not my liquor out my hand. Mud. But please, it goes back to when I was having a debate about KDB and everything like that. Ask. The final which United played in. Facts. I love that. The fact that he added Tony was beautiful. So he's talking about 2 matches that Sai missed, but how many games has Liverpool lost? Let me actually pull this up. How many games has Liverpool lost? I think they lost quite a few games. So they lost to Palace, they lost to Brentford, they lost to Manchester United, they lost to Liverpool, they lost to Galatasaray, they lost to Palace before that. And I think I did watch-alongs for 1, 2, out of losses. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he was there for 2 of them. And then 2 of them told us, I'm not going to be around. And we're still in the chat. Yeah, 6 and 7, and he only missed Palace. It's the only defeat he missed. It's Palace, wasn't it? Because even when, yeah, you're right. Because even when I've not been watching the game, he's been on the stream watching the Liverpool game. But again, people, don't let this distract you from the fact. The reason why we've gone down this rabbit hole is because people just want to avoid talking about Amorim. But all right. No, it's not that simple. It's simple when you talk shit. Why did you mention Tony? That's what I want to know. Why did you mention Tony? That's my question to you. Why was Tony mentioned? And was you wrong? Was you wrong mentioning Tony? That's what I want to know. Yeah, Gak shit is genius, by the way. And he's been around when his team's not performing well. You're the one that ducked when your team wasn't performing well. Because I haven't seen you since we went on this winning run. But hey, that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, he's around. You see him. Members Q&A. What did you say about Tony? You said, I don't know about. So why are you talking about something you don't know about inside? I mean, sorry, Cal. Why are you talking on something you don't know about? You said I don't know about Tony. So why are you talking? So if you don't know about Tony, why did you mention Tony here? If you don't know about Tony, why did you mention Tony? I'm just confused. So can you clear that up for me, please? I'm confused. Please let me know. I just want to know. Because if I don't know about something, I'm not talking about it like I know about it. No, I replied after that. What did you say? What did you say? Nah, you didn't say anything after that. You didn't say anything after that about Tony. So again, I asked him, so why would you talk about something you don't know? I've only just asked that. So again, I ask, you mentioned Tony, and then you said, I don't know about Tony. So why would you talk on something you don't know about? Right. If I missed your reply, write the reply again. Because I just scrolled up. I didn't see anything to do with Tony. But I've just asked this question now. So if you don't know about Tony, why would you talk about Tony? Why would you talk on a situation you don't know about? Because you know what's crazy? If I said, oh, Tony was on holiday, you'd be like, how convenient. I know the game. I know the game. Because he said it about Sai. But Sai's here on a regular. Don't worry, we'll wait. We got time. And hey, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Yo, it's crazy Eli just talking about things you don't know about, like I don't run this shit. That's the craziest part. Because I had to go check, and I was like, I swear Sai was in the comments for the Palace game. And I was like, yeah, he was. And I think, I've not double checked. I think he did pop in. I think he was on stream. I think he popped in. Same way Jez will pop into live streams, and Sheik and Eddie and CP and whoever else, Vikran. Comment Bruno above that reply. What did my nephew say about Bruno? I don't see it. You just said I don't know about Tony. So just I ask you again. You can just ask. I can just ask it again. Again, why would you talk on something you don't know about? Because you was quick to mention Tony in there with Sai. It was Liverpool fan not there, and today he's not here, and Tony. Now it's I don't know about Tony. So why would you talk about something that you don't know about? Yeah, you joined. I thought so. Sai's always around. Bear in mind, he's not ugly. He don't have to be here, by the way. Like when I say that on the stage, like comments, I'd be like, yo, if he was ducking, I'd be like, yo, why are you ducking in the comments? But back to it anyway. I'll ask the question about Tony. Why are you talking about something you don't know about? Shout out to that Gak shit name will live on though. I can't even call it. I can't even think of his name as anything else. Let's always want to be talking. So let's talk about it. I just want to know why somebody's talking about something they don't know about and questioning me about something they don't know about. That's all. I just want to know. And then we can move on. That is true. Fats has been ducking Lakers games. And we onto him about that. 100%. Like, nah, you can't be ducking Lakers games. Mank, born and bred Prince. Mank, born and bred. And postcode, all of that. Oh, there we go. Flawless, I'm wrong about Tony because they both talk a lot of shit about. All right. So there we go. We got there in the end. You're wrong about Tony. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Because they both talk a lot of shit about their team. Who talks a lot? Ooh, Sai. Yeah, Sai talks a lot about his team. But we got there in the end. Thank you, Cal. That's all it was. Yeah, you lot still drag him to this day. That Omar B, the El Clasico last season. Subscribe to Omar B YT. And I'm not. I am Mank, born and bred. Why did you ask Prince? Out of interest. Just asking out of sheer interest. But yes, I'm Mank, born and bred. Hey, that's it. I'm cool. You lot know me, man. I'll happily go back and forth with the chat and stuff. So if man say, oh, why are you not doing this? I'm gonna be like, okay, let's see what I've not been doing. No one's above being called out, including me. Like my chat crash on me all of the time. Nope. No American. I am Mank, born and bred. English. It's currently nearly 3:30 a.m. over here in the UK. You might see me working with American content creators, using American slang. Yes. Heavily influenced. Yes. You plan to catch any games at OT this season? Not with this manager in charge. If I go, it'll just be for a link up to see everybody. Like the likes of Saeed, Ash, Double A, Nuruddin, Faz if he's there, my guy Osman, like people like that, Aaron. Like I did that. Yeah, I did that. Like in regards to like, oh yeah, if Sheik's here, I'm gonna try to go because Sheik's here. But again, adds to the link up. Like the last time I went OT was because of that. When we played Arsenal towards the back end of not last season, was it last season? The season before. When they won 1-0, I think Havertz scored. I got a cheap ticket. I think it was £30. So I was like, you know what? 30, I think it was game week. It was the last home game of the season. It was like 30 cents. I was like, you know what? Let me roll. Seeing all the man them. I see my cousin I hadn't seen in a while. I was like, first. But yeah, Sheik's coming over. It's like, I'll try to get a ticket because Sheik's there. And then again, it's so dependent on price. So dependent on price. Yeah, YG said he seen because I had my phone and I seen that YG said, we seen you. You was near the corner flag. Yeah, YG trying to flawless give us a wave, yeah. Because I was down the other end from where the Arsenal end they scored from. Oh, it was terrible, man. Watching Haaland, Lord of mercy, yo. It was so bad. It was so bad. That's when I was like, yeah, this guy's just like, did nothing. Did nothing. Yeah. Have you been in America before? I know you're really heavily invested in the NBA. Yeah, but when I was really, really young. So my plan is I'm trying to get out there for the World Cup. So to any sponsors who are watching this, need someone to cover the content, shout me. Anywhere. I don't care where it is in America. Shout me. Trying to get out there. 100%. Flawless, I'm doing what you're doing with me, Arab. Yeah, facts are right. Yeah, 100%. Facts are factual. Spot on, Carl. Spot on. All right, final few questions. I think that is it. We've been out there almost 3 hours. Have we even had any more subscribers or any more likes? How are you only at 70 likes? What is going on? All right, we've had 1 more subscriber. We need 5 more. Well, yeah, hopefully I'm going to get out to the plan is to get out there for the World Cup. 100%. Just keeping things moving. Well, what does my man say? You know what I'm saying? Moving and grooving, vibing and sliding. In the cut like peroxide and all that. No, he wasn't saying he was bringing facts, nephew. He was saying facts are facts. But he was wrong about Tony. As he clarified, he was wrong about Tony. And then, like I said, Sai is here. But if Sai was ducking, I'd first say, you know how much shit I give Sai? Give him shit for no reason. All the time. Well, man ain't here. And then who else did he say? Yeah, that was it. But it's because I called out him for ducking. That's where that stems from. For those that don't know, Kyle wasn't here. When United was on their bad run, Kyle wasn't here. So I hadn't seen Kyle from before the start of the season up until we beat Sunderland, Liverpool. That's them times. So like 2.5 months, or however long it was. So do I. I wish I wasn't here more often. I ain't trying to see his stupid face. Yeah, it was like, that's what it is. I ain't trying to see him. Love the continent of Asia. He's just a terrible representation of it. Absolute, complete, and utter scrub. Hold that side if you're watching this back. Hold that. Do you think this World Cup outperforms the last one in the Middle East? Depends what you mean by outperform. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be lit. I know that much. That's why I'm trying to get out there. Did my best. Just got stuff to sort out over here first. All right, man. We gonna close out. We gonna close out. You know what I'm saying? That's Jeff. Yeah, man. Got him, Ray Sheik. Yo, serious, man. Love the continent of Asia. And then we end up with the scrubs. Sheik, Ryan, Sai, Shout out to the other side that calls in. There's the Arsenal side. See, he's a side of quality, you feel me? That's what it is. Hey, big up Rizzy, man. What are you telling me? Flawless, who's your current best in the world striker? It's Haaland, to me. Haaland, I think, is the best striker in the world. Yeah, like, yeah. Shit, Taza as well. Yeah, man. We just ended up with all the scrubs. How? All them people. Asia has the 2 most populated countries on the face of the earth. And we end up with Taza, Sheik, Sai, and Ryan. What is going on? This is crazy work. This is crazy work. All the Asians in the world we could end up with. And we end up with this dickhead.
By the way, can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Right, big up the panel. I told as for it's just CP. How did I forget? He king scrub. He the like Lex talks about managers and says the Mount Rushmore of dickheads. Like CP sits alone on the Mount Rushmore of scrubs. Like he's on a whole other Mount Rushmore with just his face 4 times. Like he's on the Mount Rushmore of Mount Rushmores, like of king scrubs. You see that 5? Like, what are we doing? We got CP, Sai, Ryan, Sheik, Taza. So what is that? That is like, that is the epitome of just scrubs. Wasters. Damn. 5, like I said, Eli with his spot on. Lovely continent of Asia, all those lovely countries out there. I'm saying great people that have come from there, great sportsmen, etc., etc. I'm saying some of the greatest cricketers we've ever seen from that continent. And then we get that starting 5. Jesus. Talk about drawing the short end of the straw. There was no straw. I said, yeah, you see, peace. Hey, don't be disrespecting my guy Zion. At least they got Zion. You feel me? They got Zion. Like, I don't know, not Valanciunas, Jose Alvarado. They got a couple, man. Hey, shout out to the Liverpool Prophets. Says big up Flawless, bro. Saw you in AN Sports channel the other night. Kevin stream. Hey, big up, man. Appreciate you joining over. Appreciate you subscribing as well. Shout out to Kevin. Make sure you subscribe to AN Sports as well, man. You lot are real ones. I don't think anyone's live still. So all right. Let me get back. Let me see who's live before we close out. It's crazy, man. Really just got the Mount Rushmore of absolute scrubs, Pick better, man. Like I said, that lovely continent, No wonder the continent didn't want him. They was like, nah, hey, Sarcasm City, you lot take him. But all right. Yeah, Lamb's live, so we're going to redirect over to him. We're going to send all of you lot over to him again. Please run up the likes here. Please subscribe here. Please subscribe to Veta's channel, Veta Games TV. Make sure you do that. I want to see numbers right there. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Extra YouTube channel. Let me drop all these links in the chat. Veta Games, his link's already in the title, people. Sarcasm City TV Extra. I need you lot to run up the numbers over there, people. I need you lot to run up the numbers over there. For real. I do. Can you lot do so? Where are we at? Run up the numbers on Veta's channel. Run up the numbers on the Sarcasm City TV Extra YouTube channel. Sai won't be there tomorrow because he's ducking, even though Liverpool ain't playing. Let's see where else you lot are at. So yeah, see y'all there, right there, people. Sarcasm City TV Extra. Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, La Liga watch-alongs, NBA watch-alongs as well. Boxing watch-alongs, etc. Wait, what? Whoa. Kyle, nah, I can't stand him. I love the continent of Asia. What are we talking about? As I was saying, clips. So the extra channel is formerly the clips channel. So you still get all the clips over there, people. So make sure you go check them out. You know what? Just because there's this many of you lot here, I'll run one of the clips right now. Hold up. So Saka, let me share the screen. All right. So I'm gonna share the screen. Yeah, man. Shout out to Pakistan. Great country. 100%. My favorite cricket is from there. I used to watch cricket when I was younger. So shout out Pakistan every single time. Man, like Wazim Akram and Waqar Yunus. What a duo they was. Whew. Jeez. Cricketers don't know what I'm talking about. But them two as a duo. Ridiculous. So this is the extra channel, people. Right here. This is the extra channel. Let me remove this. This is it right here. This is the extra channel. So you get. So that's the pass. So there's all the clips. I'm going to play one for you. So you get the origins of the 16 out of 10. Troops talking about his brotherhood with Aubameyang. Lewis talking about his start on YouTube. Plus Cam calling out Arteta. Lex just being Lex as well. Let's see what else you lot saying. Oh, yeah. Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League, NBA watch-alongs, La Liga. Eubank Ben will be on there as well. Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben 2. So Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben, the second fight, will be on this channel as well. But yeah, the clips are hilarious. So make sure you go check out the channel. All types of stuff on there. Look, Veta saying 21 must not happen. Eddie absolutely shitting all over Amorim, Manchester United, saying he's terrible. Me being a snowbody hunter. 200k a week, I'd sing Never You'll Never Walk Alone. Look, I even run it. Shout out. Maybe Margot Robbie's in my DMs right now, man. This was someone saying to me, maybe that Amorim turns this around. And I'm saying this. Maybe it is. Maybe Margot Robbie's in my DMs right now, man. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? This is all ifs and buts. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you rolling specifically Margot Robbie.
Lord of because she like Lord of that Wolf of Wall Street film.
If it's not snowing, you're not going, is it?
If it ain't snowing, I ain't going, man. Milk Luther King, Cravendale consumer. You know what I'm saying? The calcium
Man said Cravendale, bro. His brother. Oh my God.
I've not had that.
So yeah, people, you already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Cravendale consumer, calcium connoisseur. If it's good snow, I must go. The Mancunian milkman, Milk Luther King Jr. You already know what it is. Hey, Ocean, this is why I do this. Because he says, as an American, you're like the only Premier League related streamer that's on at these times. Thanks for being there when no one is there for some of us Americans. And this is why I do it. You know what I'm saying? This is why I do it. Ocean is to tap into a whole market for Americans who can't be there if I'm on at 4:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. This is why I do late streams. So I appreciate that you appreciate it. Thank you. And Prince, I don't really do the UFC, but that's Sheik. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. He does the UFC watch along. So it's like Sheik, Eddie, Spoobs, etc., etc. That's what it is. That and you're just a vampire flawless. That also too, I've been a night owl, so it works out. You feel me? Yeah, I say giving USA. Oh, here we are. I don't know what you're talking about, Carl. I don't know what you're trying to imply. Jesus, like Mando, I can't understand why you backing him when he's ducking, because he's not ducking. That's why. And I don't back. Do you not just hear what I put him on the Mount Rushmore of scrubs? The Mount Rushmore of scrubs. How is that backing him? Just said, I don't like his stupid smiling face. I'd prefer him to duck. I'd prefer him to not be here. I'd like him a hell of a lot more if he just disappeared. What are we doing out here? It's not like a Steve where I want Steve to fall down his stairs. I ain't doing all that. Yeah, Carl weren't here after Grimsby. That's the craziest part. It's always the pot calling the kettle black, man. Well, you know who's here all the time, people? Win, lose, or fucking draw. Or when it comes to United, lose, draw, or lose. Me. Oh, my most viral clip is after that 7-0. The black t-shirt and the vest. What are you doing out here? For those that know. Carl wouldn't know that because he would have been running after we got packed up by Liverpool. I said the worst Mountain Rushmore to be at, not gonna lie. That's what it is. Well, I am also a vampire to add to the point. Your show with Rants was great, by the way. The hair conversation was damn funny. Glad you lot enjoyed that, man. Big up, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Shout out to my bro Rants, because he's kind enough and generous enough to allow me on his platform on a weekly basis. So shout out to him every single time. You ain't that new. You ain't that new, Cal. Hey, shout out to MTA. Big up, Flawless, my favorite. Big up, man. Appreciate the kind words. But blessings. Thank you. What did CR7? What did he do? A new interview with Piers Morgan? I remember the last one he did was when Ten Hag was here. Go on, Canal. We'll end on this because it's been 3 hours. What my league gonna think right now? I'm like the IC3 league. So go on, hit me. What was it? What did he say, Canal? I know you'll have questions for me on it. My voice is significantly going as well, you know. Finally, all this content's taking its toll. And did you lot did you lot even go subscribe to the other channels as well? Sarcasm City TV Extra, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. I gotta be heavy with this promo. Sarcasm City TV Extra, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. Go subscribe over there. Yeah, he said Man United is not ready to win the Premier. Yo, war is wet. Fire is hot. Sai is ducking. What's new? What's new? Like, Ryan, an idiot. Like, I would make jokes. Flawless is black. Flawless has an afro. Flawless needs to get a trim. Since we just stay in the obvious. And a lot has to change, blah, blah. I hear it. What else did he say? Yeah, I don't really pay attention. See me, when it comes to interviews with players that ain't here, I don't really pay it no mind, to be honest. So he said Manchester United can't win the Premier League. A lot needs to change. I agree with that. It's like when he did the initial, the other Piers Morgan one, the one from a few years back. He didn't say nothing that man didn't know. That was the craziest part. People were praising him for stating stuff that everybody or anybody who's watched Manchester United or is a supporter of the club knew. What's crazy is it took him a year to say it all. That's what it was. That was very interesting to me. That he got here, seeing all of these things that was going wrong, but he was playing and scoring goals, so there was no interview. There was no problem. And then when Ten Hag dropped him, now all of a sudden it's an issue. Arsenal can win the Prem. They are capable of winning the Prem. And it's probably a respect thing because they're a good side. Yeah. I really like the run stream as well. I'm backing Ruben on this, but I hear on why he shouldn't be having the job. It's the result that matters the most. That's fair. Facts, he pointed out the reality inside the Old Trafford, but people don't want to hear the truth. But anyone who didn't know that, I'm looking at funny. If you, as a Manchester United fan, unless you're really young, like you're a kid, I'm saying if you're like 12 and under, and like can't really go and do your research and not like invested like that, he said nothing. Ronaldo said nothing that I haven't said. People will vouch for me in the chat. There's nothing Ronaldo said in that interview that I didn't say. And not just me. Everyone was saying it. Everyone was saying it. Yeah, Kyle, you got to go for that last one. Everyone was saying it. He didn't say nothing. Right, what are we talking about here? Kyle, I don't know what you mean by that last week. You need to clear that up quick, you know, because that sounds a little bit... Yeah, clear that up one quickly, Kyle. What are you getting at? I don't like how that looked, but I could just be jumping out the window. And Eli says, yeah, I can't lie. I used to be a fan of CR7 over the years. I've soured on him. I hear it. Exactly, Eli. You've known me long enough. So I bet everything he said, you've heard me say or others say. Not even necessarily. People in my chat have said it. He's not here. S. Madison said that. Everything Ronaldo said, S. Madison said. What I don't like about it was that you'd been here a year and then you did the interview a year into as you was here because the whole fallout with Ten Hag. But when you was scoring goals, none of this was a problem. You didn't feel the need to do an interview. But now it's a problem. When the team performed better that season than they did the last season. Make that make sense? And hey, Kyle, you need to clear that up quick, you know. Because it sounds like you have an agenda against Sai for a particular reason. So you need to clear that up quick. Because that is something that is not tolerated around here. Disagree, think man's ducking and all that. That's cool, but that's a whole nother thing. I don't like what you said about the other thing. When I mentioned Asia, like man's true colors is showing. So you better clear that up quick. Better clear that up quick. So what does the language side of it have to do with it? What does the language side have to do with it? That's what I don't get. Don't worry, we waiting. It's sounding a bit. I don't like how this is sounding. Because you even said this before. Sounded a bit. Yeah. What's going on here? People always show their true colors, you know. In my life. You always show their true colors. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, it's not just me, is it? Like, what going? Like, what's going on? All right, Carl. Doesn't know what he's talking another time. You know what? I don't like that. In a bit. I can go. We ain't tolerating that out here. It sounds super suspicious. It was the comment before all that as well. I don't like that because other people tried that and I'm not with it. We ain't doing that around here, man. Yes, Sai has a heavy Indian accent and I have a heavy Manc accent at times to the point certain people can't understand me because it's that strong. Like when I'm like passionate about saying or irritated about saying shit I say, I know man don't be understanding what I'm saying. Ain't doing that. Ain't doing that. And the whole thing about, yeah, you don't like him or Asia. What? Huh? Take that elsewhere, man. Oh, nah. Take that elsewhere. I'm not with that. Try that sideways. We always find out people always show their true colors, man. People always show their fucking true colors. So I was like, why is man on Sai's case? You learn something new every day. Unfortunate, man. But we don't tolerate that round here. Yeah, man. One too many comments. One too many comments. Yeah, man. I ain't with that. Especially when I just spoke about the amount of the Asian representatives that I have on here and how they support and all that type of like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. We ain't just disrespecting people. Nah. Yeah, I ain't even here. I ain't with it. So people say it's crazy, right? Big 2025, you know. Say you don't like what he's talking about, but all right, his accent's strong, so you don't understand him at times. It happens. It happens to me. I say, hey, Sai, say that again. But guess what? That happens with Jez. Because he blends the German African together. I was saying, he's just German African, just rolled into one. And I'm like, yo, just say that again. Same way with me. I know I say certain things you lot have known. Like, yeah, why would it? This is time, like I said, yeah. It's almost 2026. Don't know that, I don't like what he's talking about. And sometimes I can't understand. So, sometimes I don't like what he says, and sometimes I don't understand. I'm not going to stop him from joining the channel. Yeah. It is. Yeah, and we just be talking at a pace. I'm like, yeah, just run that by me again. Missed that. Same way with Vader said certain shit. I run in the United City show with the Canadian accent overhead. Yo, run that by me again. I said, you don't know what it is, man. That's why I was just like, all right. Because I always try and not go overboard with that and check it. And I'm like, huh? Just clear that up. Like, nah. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. Yeah, facts. Yeah, exactly. There'll be times I know people, yeah, I'm gonna go, don't know. Prime will say, hey, what does this mean? Same with the Bayesian law. What does this mean? Obviously, Bayesian descent, yeah, descent. I hear it. If you heard my Irish Dublin accent, I guess he struggled even more bigger. Hey, at times, Spoobs be saying stuff. No clue. Hey, Spoobs, run that by me. What did you just say? Playing clubs, he might say something, huh? I'll just guess because we're on the football pitch. Or he means this. Oh, people doing that, man. Big up all peeps. We call it exactly. We are equal opportunity slanderers over here. We will slander your personality. Fuck what you look like. We slander you for your personality. That's what it is. We go overboard. Slander you. Yeah. What is, yeah, man. Well, it's 25, 2025. And man is just comfortable saying it, Mad. Yeah, man. It's no big deal, Prince. I don't see why it's a problem. You just say to the hey, can you say that again? There ain't no disrespect. I don't like it, did it? All right, man. Hey, the doors. Anyone who feels that way about Sai or anybody else, anyone's accent, or anyone's from, color, religion, all that type of stuff. We don't tolerate that in the city. Hey, see yourself out, man. We'll help you see yourself out. Anyone who's watching this live or watching this back after, see yourself out. There's no time for that. I'm saying there ain't no time for any of that. Ain't we no discrimination of any kind over here for how someone looks or sounds. Nah. Man, zero. And we'll run jokes about everything. That no go. Hey, Flawless, you see a 20-year-old is scouting for Como's first team. He's a Chelsea fan. Oh, see him? Yeah, props to him. One big dysfunctional circus. That's what I'd say. One big dysfunctional circus, but I hear your overall point, Canal. That's what we are. Flipping circus, man. Yeah. Yeah, you get used to it. When I met one of my homies, I couldn't understand his Louisiana accent, so I always had to ask him to repeat until I got his lingo. Exactly. You're an adult. That's why he like he's grown, mature. Hey, my bad, yo. Your accent goes over my head. Facts say I have to stream the video back sometimes to hear the man shows, but it's hilarious. Yeah, like ain't doing that. But people, we gonna close out. Love to everyone that's locked in. Shame we had to end on a sour note like that, but we move. Shout out to Vader. Make sure again you subscribe to Vader Games TV. Make sure you subscribe right here, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Extra YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube channel as well. Alam's live. He's doing NFL football. Is it NFL? Yeah, it's NFL football. Yeah. And you see the numbers across everywhere because YouTube people is messing with the algorithms for everybody. So numbers is down for everybody and interactions is down. So we need interactions up. Big up to all of you lot, man. Much, much, much appreciated. For real. Sarcasm City TV raid in Alam's chat, people. Sarcasm City TV raid in Alam's chat. Big up. Love to all of you lot, man. This has been the Manchester United, Manchester City pod. Mandem United pod meets the Sarcasm meets Mandem United pod meets the Mandem City pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sarcasm City TV raid in Alam's chat.